We're rolling now. Got TikTok rolling. Got freaking 4 windows up. We're just. I mean, by God, making it happen. Okay, took me a second to get set up. I think we're good though. We got the. I got my. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, we got the laptop. So TikTok, say hey to Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. We got the games up here. Then I got my other screen over here for, I don't know, Googling stuff. I don't know. Another place to see messages. Another place to ignore messages. Boom! We're pumped. I'm pumped. Ready to go. Oops, knocking hats off though. Don't want to be doing that. Someone said Joe Milton can't count to 10. I don't know if he can or not. He can throw 90 though. That's all I care about. Squirrel White, run up under it, baby. Set him up. Let me see here. Go Bucks. Who, Buckeyes? Bucks. Talking about the Buckeyes? 1,364 days. I'm watching UMass and New Mexico State. Okay, yeah. I got technically all four of them going right now. Although one screen, oh, okay, I was gonna say one screen split the split screen, but yeah, we got them rolling now. Frick yeah, I think I got them all. Ooh, I need to get my iPad though, so I can do some betting while we're at it. Y'all got any bets in, or am I the only gambling addict in here? At least we can call it a robbery again. You guys had a rough 10 years. The Ohio State. Now y'all might as well drop the though. I mean, let's be honest. The Ohio State's not really done much in a while. That's coming from a Vols fan, so that's coming from Vols fan. ACC's won more natties in the last however many years than Big Ten has. SEC's been running it, I guess, but that's statistical, though. That is statistical. Oh, the Rich, Rod, and Brady Hoke eras don't count. More than the Vols. Yeah, well, I mean, if we only had two other good teams to play every year, we'd probably win more games as well. Ohio State out here playing some internet schools. Must be nice, by God. Dude, I'm so freaking pumped. Got to grill out, went over, hung out with the family for a little while at the extended family's house. Thankfully, the games didn't start till later, but I was kind of watching the first one on my phone there. Let me pull up another one here so I can look at some of the other ones. I mean, you're not going to get a go dogs from me, but there are usually some dogs fans in here. I'm actually pretty laid back until y'all come in here sideways, and then I got to shit on you. But other than that, usually I'm pretty laid back. Oh, Randy Revis says Tennessee running game will be better than expected. Don't tell anybody, dude. I'm right there with you, man. They are a little underrated, and we stacked it a little bit more. Heupel said he wants to run the ball. He's not opposed to it. By the way, TikTok, I'm not talking to myself. That's Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Is this thing got any juice? We play as many good teams as anyone else. I mean, let's not lie. I mean, sheesh. Other than Penn State and Michigan, I mean, who do y'all play? The occasional Notre Dame, but I mean, that's not been much. Yes, the Tennessee Vols running game is going to be a little overrated or underrated. Hold on. Ooh, I don't have my backdrops or nothing loaded in here. What am I doing, guys? freaking A. Driving the daggum, struggle bus tonight. Sheesh. Do I want that one or this one? No, let's go with the first one. I like that better. Back to the chats. You're speaking like a true SEC fan. Hey, listen, don't get mad at me because of facts, buddy. Old pal. Went to the wire with a team that reminded you guys that you weren't a good team. You mean the team that we lost to by 14 points at home? That team? Went to the wire. Blew a lead? I mean, hell, we didn't even have a defense. Y'all were supposed to be like, doing something this year. We lost 14 points, and y'all went to the wire with the same team. And we freaking lucked out. I mean, sheesh. Our defense absolutely sucked monkey nuts. That was the ones that we had left over that didn't freaking transfer out. Lost two of our defensive guys beginning of the season. Didn't have Warren Burrow all season. I mean, hell, what depth we did had was freaking out. 14 points. That's not really a flex, my man. Not really a flex. Randy Rivas says, can't wait for a chicken fry against the Clocks. Is that supposed to be against the Gamecocks? Not sure what Clocks is slang for. I'm guessing Gamecocks. We have a trophy from this era. Yeah, y'all are the new Tennessee, and you just don't know it yet. 2014, we're coming up on 10 years. We were supposed to be blown. No, you wasn't. Let's be honest. If you're gonna talk, let's be honest. You guys wasn't supposed to get blown out. Everybody thought Ohio State was gonna go all the way, and then they, played a decent team. It just so happened they had to go. Everybody's wanting that, Ohio State Michigan rematch. Ben Shadden, can't find my TikTok account. It is big. Is it a Big Ledrewski? I think BIGLEDREWSKI. It's got a picture of me as a Simpsons style character on the default. Or just go to www.bigdrewski.com and then click on the TikTok thing. Assuming all that still works, which I will check it out. Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Like I said, sorry, I can't show you guys the TikTok chats just because TikTok won't give me a stream key. Everybody else has. So it just, it is what it is. Sorry. I had figured out a way to kind of incorporate it, but TikTok, the studio app, freaking just locks up my entire computer. Go Vols, Vol for life. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Keep that energy going. I wish we were playing this weekend, but we'll see what the Vols got, man. We'll see what old Joe Milton's got. We know he can throw it, half a mile or whatever, but can he hit the target? That's what we're going to find out. That's being honest. SEC fans says you guys are going to be blown out. Ohio State has no. That's ignorant SEC fans. Yes, that's what they said. But the Vegas and all of the sports people called it a lot closer than that. So let's not bring hearsay into a conversation. I base my decisions off of, as far as what's supposed to happen off of what Vegas calls, not, Jim Bob's, Georgia Bulldogs podcast or whatever. That's what I base mine off of. Y'all were, I don't remember what the point difference was. I'm sure we could look it up, but y'all were not supposed to get blown out. That's just what dumbasses on the internet said. How do you believe their field hockey team out there this fall? You talking about the Vols? I don't know much about field hockey. I know the hockey team, I think, almost went to like the freaking Stanley Cup of college football or whatever it was. STM, is that Ben? Did you switch back over here? Go Vols! Hell yeah! Bring it. That's what I like. It's what we do, guys, every Saturday night, normally at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we get in here and talk about college football, man. We got at least 4 games going on. I was going to bring my iPad up. Is there another one? Has Vandy Hawaii started yet? Let me pull that one up. I think that's the 5th one. Then I'll have 5 screens to watch. Oh. I would pull up and state. Sounds bad, but prime time ain't there anymore, so just not as entertaining. Oh, there we go. Now we got 5 screens rolling. Dude, what a time to be alive, man. Thank God for freaking technology, dude. 5 games at once. Hell yeah. Go balls, go dogs. Vandy starts at 9:10. Okay, well I got that one pulled up, so um once they kick off, I should get it. Willie says, "Go dogs, welcome." All fans are welcome. It's just, when y'all say some ignorant shit and come in sideways, that's when things go crooked. But all fans are welcome as long as we can have a freaking normal conversation. I need to pull up my. I can't really pull up FanDuel. There's no point because I don't have the software on my computer. Especially Big Ten folk. Yeah, Big Ten folk always be getting salty. Oh man. Shoo! As a Tennessee fan, being in the SEC, I'm just, anywhere we end up middle of the road, I consider that a minor victory. God bless. Going up against freaking, literally Georgia had like 13% of this year's Philadelphia Eagles team, pretty much. Golly, dude. Oh, what does it say? Raymond? Rayford? Brayford? No, Rayford Bratcher. Welcome, welcome. I know them games ain't super exciting this week, but college football's back, man. I fired up the grill. Um, spent some time spent some time with extended family there for a little while, but still fun. I was over there. Oh, it was Notre Dame. That was the one. Notre Dame kicked off or whatever. I had Notre Dame, UTEP, San Diego State, and the Aggies. Which, if UTEP loses, I'm gonna definitely lose, or I'm gonna not do too well on a few bets. But we'll see what happens. Old Deuce, Ed, I see, man. I didn't. I read your message, but I didn't pay attention to your default pick. What's up, buddy? College football is back, dude. I'm pumped. Already got a little spicy in here earlier. Freaking love it. Is that the? Do I have the same window open? What games are on? NCAA football. Stephen Schultz joined. Welcome, welcome. USC and where's it at? It should be USC I would think I get that one. So this one is Hawaii at Vanderbilt, which hadn't technically started yet. Yeah, I got Hawaii and Vanderbilt on here twice. Balls, can you say happy birthday to my brother? Yeah, no, I'm not going to fall for that one, buddy. Listen, I went to public school. Them jokes don't work on me, brother. I see what you tried to do there, though. You're gonna have to come at me a little harder. See, look, I gave you one for free. Of course, I don't call stuff out anyways. Whenever y'all try to have me call stuff out, because I was born, baby, but it wasn't yesterday. Thank you, real recognized real, Steven. Yeah, anytime somebody's like, "Hey, can you say that?" I immediately read ahead. So, like I said, I was homeschooled and I used to go to church camp, so I know all the dirty jokes. Don't you try that? Don't try it on me. It ain't gonna work. I mean Notre Dame did look good, but I mean they were playing Navy, but I mean obviously they whipped up on them pretty good. So I mean if you're Notre Dame, that's what you want to see. Um, but yeah, I mean I watched a good chunk of that one. I'm not gonna sit here and say I watched every snap or nothing. I watched a good chunk of it. They did look pretty good. Sam Hartford looked pretty good, but it's hard to say against Navy. So we'll see though. There's only one game. What do you mean one game? One Notre Dame game today? Is that what you mean? Right now I'm watching 4. And then San Jose State and USC's playing, but I guess I don't get that one, which is surprising. Seems like I get just about every other one, but maybe because that's West Coast. I don't know. I can't change, even if I try. I could watch New York Liberty. I can also watch the Cardinals and Phillies, but no San Diego State USC. So I guess I have to watch the highlights on that one. Daytona is on. Yeah, I seen that. I'm sure that's probably no. Casper's driving back from vacation today, so I don't know if he's probably listening to it or something. I would imagine. I would imagine. By the way, to all that are on here currently, oh yeah, Navy doesn't. Yeah, Navy. Navy tried their best, but I mean, it'd be rough out here in the streets for these military schools. Ooh, this Jacksonville State and UTEP games coming down to the wire. I need them to win, but I need them to keep it within 2.5, preferably. But by the way, to all that's on here, we're doing weekly pick'ems. It starts next week. I say we, me and my co-host Casper, who he's driving back from vacation or whatever on the podcast. But we're doing weekly pick'ems. It's free to enter. Week 1 winner gets $25 Amazon gift card. Season winner gets $100 Amazon gift card. And if we get 100 people signed up before the UT game kickoff, Casper's going to give away a free grill. So I would really love for him to have to give away a free grill because I think he thinks that we can't get 100, which I mean, hell, I've had 35 people in person tell me that they're going to sign up. I ain't checked it. I think we was at like 14 or something last time I checked it. But all are welcome. We're going to be giving away stuff pretty frequently in the weekly pick'ems, and it's free. So, join away. Join away for some free stuff. I mean, dude, a little trash talk involved. I mean, never hurts. Me and Casper did our picks this week, even though it's not involved in weekly pick'ems, but Georgia Mott 3-piece. I don't know. I mean, they've got a pretty easy schedule, so you know, They should make it to the playoffs. They should make it. I mean, they should be coming into Knoxville undefeated. I mean, I feel like that's more than what am I trying to say? More than acceptable or expected or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I've been drinking on and off today, running low on sleep. The podcast has really been draining me here lately. So, but yeah. Who's the Tennessee new quarterback? Joe Milton. Are you talking about? Are you talking about Nico Iamaleava? He's the $8 million man that we brought in or whatever. But Joe Milton's going to be the captain of the ship, man. We're going to see what happens. Oh, 90-yard bomb, Joe Milton. Bob Person 101. What up? Dude, I was watching that, the majority of that Notre Dame game. Like I said, Sam Hartford looked pretty good. It's just hard to say because, they were playing Navy. But right now, UMass is up. By the way, if y'all want score updates, just let me know. I've got multiple screens open. But UMass is up 10-7. There's 16 seconds left in the first half. They're about to kick a field goal. San Diego State is down 3-6 against Ohio. And then UTEP and who was it? UTEP and I forgot who they're playing now. But that game's like 17-14, which is kind of underwhelming score compared to what they were expected to do. What up, Brad? I'm so excited. I'll be in Nashville for the first game. I'm jealous, bro. I would like to go to more games. Technically, me and my wife and my daughter, we're all on my income, though, so that's a little rough at times. But, everybody always asks me what games and stuff I'm going to. But honestly, for the streaming and stuff, it's actually better if I hang out here. I'm able to do more. Like today, I was kind of watching football and editing podcasts and videos and all kinds of crap all day long. Sam, he was the missing piece. I can see them going to the playoffs. What I think, honestly, what in this, is, I guess, introspective a little bit. But one thing I think that might help, them out more than anything is they don't have any crazy storylines going on right now. Some of these other teams are kind of got that, are they going to stay? Are they going to go in their conference? Nick Saban, a lot of people's talking about he may or may not be retiring. There's a lot of teams that kind of have, some headlines swirling around the team that I think could be distractions or whatever. For Notre Dame, I think their coach is kind of on the hot seat a little bit, but it's not, not anything too crazy. By the way, we are recording a podcast. I'm just going to kind of hit record, then release it, I guess. I don't have time to edit out all the cussing and stuff that I'm probably going to do, but, it is what it is. Yes, Joe Milton. Joe Milton is the starter. He's been hot or cold. Let's call it like we see it. He's been hot or cold, but he seems to improved at least a little bit. We seen him last year, so we'll see what he's got. Brian Kostiak joined. If you're in here right now, it's because you like college football, man. That's how the algorithms work. The algorithms pull you in based off of what you search. And if you're in here, it's because you like college football. You might as well tell us who you root for, and then we can talk about it. Talk about what happened today, which, like I said, there ain't much that's happened. But either way, I'm just jacked and ready for college football to be back, man. It's freaking awesome. UTEP is... did their running back just get hurt? Oh, now we got a guy flopping. What the dude? There's some crazy stuff coming over here on this UTEP game right now. One guy got hurt, and then another guy just had this crazy freaking flop or whatever, trying to draw a penalty. I'm gonna turn the audio on for this. Like I said, if y'all need any score updates or anything, let me know. Joe's good. He used to play with Michigan Wolverines. I mean, he's just hot or cold on the accuracy is all. Um, when he first come here, everybody was like begging to start him, and I was actually one of the ones that was like, no, he needs to work on that accuracy. But his accuracy appears to have improved, though. He went from like 53% career average to like 63% last year. 10 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, seems to have improved, but, it was kind of in garbage time. And, the only tough team that he technically faced was Clemson. But I also don't see TCU going back. Also, hot take, I've got them losing to Coach Prime in their first game. Um, I dropped 100 on Colorado winning 4 games, just because I believe in Coach Prime. But that's a hot take. But I actually think Colorado is going to sneak in there and upset them next week. But we'll see. Really excited to see our defense. Not worried about our offense. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually not that worried about Joe. I'm more worried about replacing Hyatt's output. But I think we got enough weapons. I think though our defense is going to be improved. We picked up Arian Carter. We picked up David Hobbs. Defensive secondary is a little bit more experienced. Warren Burrell was hurt all last year, so if we can get him back, get him healthy, that'll give us some consistent experience. I think this year we did a good job of layering some depth at the defensive line. I think next year with recruits, we're going to be layering. I think we're going to be giving our secondary a little bit of backup based off of what I've seen so far. But I think we've improved a lot. I'm also curious to see what this new offensive coordinator is going to do. But, you know, only time will tell. Good to see you again, brother. Dog fan, but wish you all the best. UT deserves it. Best of luck. Always appreciate um, you know, a normal, down to earth, respectful fan. But yeah, no, I mean, Georgia went back to back. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't go to the playoffs again. I don't know how Carson Beck's going to do, but if they go 3 for 3, that'll be pretty historic. TCU was so bad in the national championship game last year. Well, I think they had their running back get hurt before the game, and I mean, they had a pretty good running back, but I mean, without him, they just had no chance. I mean, but I do honestly think that is kind of the difference between a couple of these other conferences in the SEC. Man, that talent level is just unreal. Squirrel White gonna shine. Y'all want to know what you're gonna see all year long? Squirrel. Oh, yeah, he can actually under he can actually run out of Joe Milton Pass. The 2 players we picked up from BYU, yeah, I think one was a tight end, right? And then I'm not sure about the other one. I think that tight end we got was from BYU. But yeah, I mean, combination of who we have left, the experience that they're bringing back to the table, then some of the new recruits, I think our defense will be improved. Now, we lost some ballers as far as Byron Young and some of them guys, but I think in the longer thing we'll be all right. West Virginia is going to upset Penn State. Ooh, hot take! I love it. Um, I got nothing wrong with West Virginia, dude. Virginia, West Virginia, those are my peeps. Anytime I used to go through there, I always had a good time. Go Buckeyes, Double T said. I guess you're talking about Ohio State. Linebacker and a cornerback. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Our tight end, or was he from like Grambling State or something random? I don't remember. This is my prediction in the national championship game versus Michigan. Dude, I definitely got Michigan pretty high up there as far as I mean, they looked pretty solid last year, minus they pulled a balls in the the playoff game and just absolutely butt fumbled it. But you know They got most of their guys back. I mean, they got some momentum rolling. I actually like Michigan. Michigan's my backup team, anyways. My numero two because my wife's grandfather's from Detroit, so I always kind of pull passively for Michigan. So I'd love for him to see him get one more, you know. But that would definitely be a pretty interesting one. Go Sun Devils! Ooh, we got some Arizona State people in here. Welcome, welcome. We get in here every Saturday night, talk about college football, which I'm actually like, I was like 30 minutes to an hour earlier because I was so jacked. But normally I get on here at like 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ooh, that's going to be pass interference, ain't it? UTEP and Jacksonville State, man. This one's coming down to the wire. Fourth and one, minute and 17 left. If they don't get this one, Jacksonville State's probably going to get the dub. Appreciate the follow. I think LSU is going to be good. Problem is Saban and Bama is going to be on a warpath. I don't know if he's got the supporting cast this year, but Saban's going to be on a warpath, dudes. Kiffin, maybe he'll sneak in there and do a little something, something. Nobody's really paying attention to Texas A&M, but the West is still kind of up in the air, man. But LSU, I've not looked at their schedule or nothing, but I think based off of my prediction, I did one of those predictors. I had LSU going 9-3, but 6-2 in the conference. I had them second. I had Bama going 11-1, just because, like I said, I think it's going to be make or break for them. But I think Saban's going to be on a war path. So, nah, Michigan's going to lose to Ohio State. I don't know. They seem to got it fingered out here lately. FSU is going to be balling this season. Watch out for the Noles. My problem with FSU is I don't feel confident that they're going to make enough noise because I really feel like that ACC or are they leaving or are they going whatever. I think there's going to be a lot of um, tabloids and headlines and stuff around that. A lot of distractions, but we'll see. What do you think South Carolina is going to do? My biggest thing for them is they lost Cam Smith. I know that they've got Rattler back. Um, so, like I said, those um, predictor things. When you do them, you literally go through game by game by game. Like each team, each and every team, you go game to game to game to game. So I just went through and picked based off of like what I thought was going to happen. I didn't really pay attention to the win loss record or anything like that. But the way that I had mine, I had them going 7-5, but I had them beating Kentucky and ending up third in the SEC East. But I had them going 7-5. But they got kind of a rough schedule this year. Ohio doesn't have a quarterback. Oh, it's funny. So what Ohio State going to do without CJ? I mean, they're going to do the same thing that they always do, man. Whip up on easier teams. If they can, the problem with Ohio State here lately is Michigan's had their number the last couple of years. So, if they beat Michigan, beat Penn State, some of those teams, I mean, they'll probably make it to the playoffs one way or another. The committee loves them. They bring a lot of money to the table as far as like viewership and fans and stuff or whatever. So I would say that they'll probably wiggle in there one way or another. But I mean, Ohio State's always up there. It's just you don't ever know what they're going to do until playoff time. I have Kentucky going 9-3, absolutely biased. That's not terrible though, man. I mean, I've seen a lot of Kentucky people on here saying that they're going to go undefeated or 11-1 and whatever. And I definitely think I like Devin Leary better than I do Will Levis by a lot. But oh man, Jacksonville State pulled off the dub, beat UTEP 17-14. That's going to bust like all my damn parlays. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I mean, for a biased opinion though, 9-3 is not bad. I mean, I had the Vols going 11-1, but part of that is because with the podcast and the streaming and stuff, I would rather overshoot and be wrong than undershoot and be wrong, and then have the volunteer fan base be burning my mattress in the middle of the road. Same thing they always do, beat everybody at Michigan. Michigan's definitely had their number for the last couple years, dude. That's for sure. I mean, like I said, Michigan's kind of my number two, just because my wife's grandfather was born in Detroit, so I've always kind of pulled for them in his honor. If I had a third, it would probably be Colorado, just because I freaking like. Thanks for the like there, JD, wherever you're at. Comment though, dude. Don't be shy. It's popping over on TikTok though. Um, but yeah, no, my third would probably be Colorado, just because I want to see Prime come in and do something. But we'll see. No, I don't see Florida going to the playoffs this year. I think they're probably going to have. I think they're going to have a semi rough year again. Napier will probably get fired, and then I don't know who they'll bring in after that. I had them based off of my playoff predictor. I had them going 6-6, and I had Kentucky going 8-4. Is the Vanderbilt game in rain delay? I don't know if they're in rain delay, but hell, they're probably still trying to build their daggone stadium, dude. The pictures I seen of it today, it's still not even done yet. God, I mean, they had damn cranes holding the damn sign, or the whatever, the what am I trying to say, the score board and stuff up. So I'd say they're probably still building their stadium right now or something. JD White says, "Yeah, I see a guy. He's ready to fry some chickens. I just tuned in. I ain't shy." Yeah, no, I feel you. Um, that message is actually technically from earlier. I think a couple of them switched back over to TikTok or whatever, but right now I'm showing 5 people in here across Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube on that one, and then TikTok. It's numbers going back and forth, but thank you guys for the likes. Appreciate that. Deion Sanders is making an absolute circus out of Colorado. Yeah, but dude, the thing is, so I actually do some branding and marketing on the side, teach people how to use socials, which I know is, freaking sounds like a joke. But the thing with Primetime is, dude, he has gotten so much free publicity for that school, dude. Eyeballs means dollars, means revenue, means reinvesting back into your program. I mean, he's already damn near probably doubled or tripled the revenue from that school. And they've not even played their first game yet. So the thing with Prime is he understands how to get eyeballs, how to generate traction, how to get excitement around the program, celebrities, all that stuff. I mean, he's a branding and marketing guy who also just happens to have went to the World Series and won a couple of Super Bowls. Like, he's just an incredible athlete, but he's a branding and marketing guy, so he understands how to create a buzz. And the thing is free publicity is always the best. I want to see Kansas Jayhawks go to the playoffs. They was good last year. They lost their quarterback. That's fair. You aren't wrong there. He's not going to make a winner out of Colorado, though. I think he will if we just give him some time. I think with my hard stance, hot take, whatever you want to call it, I think within 3 years, I think he's got him going to the playoffs. Everybody says I'm crazy, but I think when they open up to 12, I think he'll have him in there within 3, maybe 4 years. The 3 back-to-back hasn't been done since 34-35. Go Dogs. We'll see what they got. JD says, by the way, guys, don't worry about it. Like I said, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, you guys are not able to see TikTok messages. TikTok, you're not able to see Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. But I read them out loud simultaneously, so you guys can react or whatever, and then I'll just read them. We'll work it out. JD says, let's see Georgia, Clemson, OSU, and Kansas State in the college football playoff. I want to say Michigan, but I think Harbaugh will figure out a way to cough this one up this year. Maybe distraction with the suspensions and stuff. I did forget about the 4-game suspension, so there is that. Nobody's beating Georgia, not Tennessee, not Carolina, not Bama, not nobody. And I'm a Carolina fan. I think my thing with Georgia is we just got to see what Carson Beck's got. If they were going to get knocked off, though, it would be this year. But I mean, obviously they got a different unit. But that's my only thing with Georgia, man. We'll see what happens. Oz says, I think Kentucky will either upset Bama or Tennessee. I am slightly nervous about that Kentucky game. I think that one could maybe be a trap game. I'm also worried about Texas A&M this year. I know everybody says I'm stupid, but Texas A&M has a lot of ridiculously good athletes and recruits, and they were like this close to beating Bama last year. I mean, they had some other close games. I mean, they really kind of crapped in the middle of the floor, but nobody's paying attention to Texas A&M, and I think they could really slip in there and ruin some seasons this year. I know that sounds crazy, but like nobody's paying attention to them right now. So Texas A&M is kind of one of my sleeper teams that it honestly would not surprise me if they don't slip in there and win some games that they ain't got no business winning. Dakota says Georgia will go undefeated. BNG, I think that's what that says. Georgia goes 10-2. Adam says put an off in Sparky. They're Dunzo. JD says quarterback is a huge question, but they got too strong and the schedule is weak everywhere. Kirby can game plan against two opponents of 0 win in the college football playoff. I might have misread that. Not sure what you meant on that one, but and JD is a South Carolina fan, so you know. Hogs in the playoffs coming in, just absolutely just flipping the NCAA and the SEC upside down. Hogs to the playoffs. I had them going 7-5 this year, 3-5 in the conference though, but I had them going 7-5. That's just like I said, the predictors that I did. It literally week by week, game by game, you just go through and who you think's going to pick each game or who you think's going to win each game. And then I just sat back at the end and looked at it and was like, okay, well, I guess this is how it's going to be. Oz says, I think Kentucky has one of the best home field advantages in how cold it can get in those big games. They are one of the northernest most SEC teams. You do have that going. Adam says, Adam says, I have a hard on. I'm guessing that means that's playing off a hard ball and hard balls and a little more than wood. JD says, Drewski, that's a good point. There's more teams who can wreck seasons this year, more than can actually contend for the championship. And I meant Kirby can game plan 2 wins to win the college football playoff. Okay, that's fair. Like I said, dude, I get on here and act stupid and ignorant, but I'm pretty normal until people come in here and start just acting stupid, and then that's where I just get ignorant and troll them. But no, I mean, I try to keep it honest. Now, obviously, being a Vols fan, I mean, yeah, I'm hopefully optimistic and willing to get my heart broke every single season, but I mean, I try to keep it honest. Oh, Dakota says Nebraska 5-2. Ooh, the old Cornhuskers. I was actually shucking some corn today. I don't know if y'all seen that video that I put out or whatever. Oz didn't because he just followed me. Appreciate the likes, but did some grilled corn. Man, went old school with it. It was freaking awesome. I wanted to break out the grill, which I've got a Oklahoma Joe. I'm brain farting. I about said side saddle, but I'm brain farting. But it's got the smoke box on the side. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I've got to have at least 1 or 2 grillers in here, but I wanted to kind of take it easy though, so I ended up doing some chicken, did some corn, some grilled corn, did some veggies, and did some Kaneka Cajun sausage, and then I did some I think some brats or something, but kept it simple today. But yeah, I was shucking some corn earlier. Did you watch the Notre Dame and Navy game earlier? Yes. I watched about like 95% of it. Or, well, actually, I lied. Probably like 85%. But yeah, no, I was watching it. They got creamed. JD says, no, I'm just here to provoke good convo. Tennessee is going to be the team to beat this year. That is coming from a South Carolina fan. I think it's going to depend on, I mean, the defense I think will be slightly better, but it's going to depend on Joe Milton and the new offensive coordinator, man. You know, Milton seems to have improved, but we don't have much to work with. By the way, boys, score updates. It's getting. If quizzes were quizzical, then what are tests? Okay, it's getting testy up in here. UMass 10, New Mexico State 10, but San Jose State and USC 11:50 left in the second quarter, and it is tied 7-7. San Jose has the ball at midfield. Good God, dude. I've been waiting on one upset today, which I don't know if you could really call Jacksonville State and UTEP an upset, but UVA is coming out there to put an ass whooping on Rocky Top. We'll see. I mean, they're probably going to play pretty inspired after what happened last year, I would assume. But we'll see. That's still basically a home game for us, so we'll see. JD White says testicular fortitude. Oh yeah, if quizzes are quizzical, then what are tests? These are the questions that keep me up at night. I don't know about y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna make sure I'm not missing any games. Let's see here. I can still see your messages on the other screen there, JD. I don't think any of us really care about South Carolina State or Jackson State. Oh, here we go. FIU Panthers and La Tech. Oh, wait, I think I already got that one pulled up, though. I think we're good. We're terrible, man. Just kidding. I mean, you guys are pretty good at baseball. Pretty good at botching it in the Sweet 16, which I'm a Vols fan. We've never made it past the Elite Eight in, but I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, though. You know, I just want it to be entertaining at least. Adam says, I thought UT Florida was tonight. I was highly disappointed. No, all the good games start next week. But the San Jose USC game looks like it might be interesting so far. Go Vols, Chad says. Welcome, welcome. Although we got all kinds of people in here tonight. If you hadn't already, click like, click subscribe, man. Every Saturday night, usually at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I go live. I would imagine that my usual people will start trickling in here in a minute. I got rolling a little early today, but yeah, we do this every freaking weekend, dude. It's fun. It's a good time. I just like freaking college football, dude. I'm a Vols fan, but I just like college football, so I like to sit around and talk about it. JD says also to throw some NASCAR. Can Baby Chase get this win? Sorry, that's what wifey calls him. Chase Elliott, you know, he probably puts him down. I don't know. I mean, I think he's married, but yeah, no, I don't know. I've tried to get back into NASCAR. It's too corporate though. I used to watch it when I was younger, but like back when I was watching it, Mark Martin and all them guys were still playing. So, what channel was the USC game on? I don't know, man. I've got YouTube TV and I don't have it, so at least not yet. But I don't. I'm just looking at the score updates on Google for that one, and then I've got San Diego State and Ohio pulled up. I've got Hawaii at Vanderbilt pulled up, although they haven't started yet. And then I'm guessing this one over here. Texas, El Paso, and Jackson State went off, and I got UMass and Mexico State, New Mexico State. Yes, I am a Titans fan, although college football has my heart. JD says, I think their Pac 12 network. Good luck. Yeah, I mean, I figured it was a West Coast thing. No, we don't want Chase Elliott to win. Tennessee Football 247 says. Tyler says, go Dogs. Chad says, okay, thanks. Tighten up. Ready for week one. Yeah, I've been a long time Titans fan. However, usually I watch their games, but I don't follow with the rest of the NFL quite as much. Last year was the most I'd followed, and that's because we were doing fantasy football, but I don't think we're doing that this year that I know of, unless we sling it together at the last possible second like we did last year. But yeah, Titans. I'm Titans, Vols, and Braves, Atlanta Braves. That's my three major sports teams. Now, I can't catch baseball nearly as much as I would like because it seems like every time they're playing, I'm working. But I have been following pretty closely this year, though. Old man Olsen and the Braves are on a tear. But yeah, that's my teams. I'm a Titans fan and a Dogs fan. Live in Atlanta. Ooh, that's interesting. Not a Falcons fan. That's interesting. Ed says, how about them Cowboys? Yeah, you want to talk about a rough life, by God. Me and Ed, okay? We're both Vols fans. He's a Cowboys fan, and I'm a Titans fan. So how we're still married, I don't know, because it's a hard knock life for sure. The Braves are pretty okay at baseball. Yeah, that World Series, man, we just stumbled into it. Titans, Balls, and Cardinals for me. Ooh, okay. Cardinals baseball. For a second, I thought you were talking about Arizona. I was like, well, eclectic. It is funny though. So why do y'all root for your teams? Um, Tennessee football says mine is Titans and the Balls and Boston Red Sox. Courtney joined. Why do y'all root for your teams? I always have been a just regional guy. So baseball, Tennessee doesn't have a team. NBA, I used to root for the Grizzlies, and I still do. Like that's kind of who I pull for. But the problem with them being in Memphis is it's so far away from Knoxville. Oddly enough, I'm outside of the radius to be able to watch them. So, back when I watched the NBA, I actually used to watch Charlotte and Atlanta and teams like that. But Braves, that was my papaw's favorite team. That's the closest team to us, with the exception of Cincinnati, anyways. So, Braves is always number one. Cincinnati, I'll kind of pull for a little bit here and there. And then Titans, I was like 7 whenever the Titans moved over to Tennessee. So, I've always rooted regional, but the only reason why I'm okay with Tennessee Vols is because of Reggie White. Otherwise, I could care less. Yeah, Reggie White was a beast. Tyler says I'm ready for Titans football for real, for real. Adam says my wife says she was an Ohio fan, so I buried her in the backyard. That's pretty bad. I give Ohio State a hard time. Just because their fans are usually terrible. Ohio State, Bama, and Georgia fans usually are terrible, but let me preface that by saying it's the bandwagon fans that are truly what gives me the ick. It's not the ones that's like been a Bama fan for 30 years. Those people are cool. They'll be like, hey, I mean, we were bound to lose one eventually. It's the bandwagon fans. It's like, no, you cheated. No, it's the ref's fault. No, but bandwagon fans, man, they're the worst. By the way, if I miss y'all's messages, you might have to put it back in there on TikTok. JD says slinging stuff together is the best way to do it. Unfortunately, the team to lead wire to sure rarely win the work series. I'm not sure what you meant there. I'm a Braves fan, but I'd so love to go ahead and say we won it. Papaw is what my boys call my father-in-law. Okay, wire to wire. Okay, gotcha. Ohio State football and Bama is college version of the Patriots. That's pretty good. I'm a UT alum. How many wins we got this year? I think we can win 10 again at least. I feel comfortable saying that. I don't know that we'll go all the way, but that's going to kind of be up to Joe and the new offensive coordinator. I feel like their fans are vile creatures. They spit on other teams' fans at the horseshoe. Oh, you mean the toilet seat? Win is by cheating. Kevin Miller joined. Thank you. Let's go, Commodores. We'll be leading the SEC tomorrow. Commodores need to worry about finishing their damn stadium first before they worry about winning anything. I mean, that's, the pictures that I seen look like it still wasn't done yet, unless that was just, people freaking, trolling or whatever. If Joe Milton is good, I think 10 is good. I mean, if he's good, if he actually brings it this year, they might make the playoffs, but defense wins championships, so who knows? Who knows as far as that goes? Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Kick, whoever else is on the other stream besides TikTok, say what's up, okay? Say hi. I don't know, for some reason y'all sit in here and just chill. It's like you're shy or something. I don't know. I mean, I can take the chat messages off if that intimidates you, but JD's the only one holding it down over there. Look, I scared one of them away. Literally, as I said that, one disappeared. I don't know why people are, I mean, I guess some people like to just have it, plopped up in the background and listen to it, but like, dude, get in on the conversation. Like, don't just sit there and be a creeper. Like, sheesh. Defense is a real question mark. I'd love it if we were good on D, for sure. I think overall we'll be improved. I think overall we'll be improved. I just, the offensive coordinator thing does make me wonder. I'm not saying that we're going to do bad or nothing. I mean, I know it's still Heupel's scheme and offense, but that does make me wonder a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see what he's got. I'm thinking about going to watch Verlander pitch tomorrow. Might be the last chance to see him. Yeah, I mean, if you like watching him, a guy like that, I mean, if in the twilight of his career, I mean, if you get the chance or whatever, go for it. Might as well, dude. YOLO. Secondary is a big question. Go Vols! Shifty Drifty says. Yeah, secondary is. I think our defensive line, we replenished pretty well. Linebackers with the new recruits and stuff. I think we did pretty good. But yeah, defensive secondary. Although it just depends on if Warren Burroughs, he was hurt all last year. If we get him back, I mean, he's bringing some experience. We got most of them back, so we'll probably be bringing some experience back. So we'll see. By the way, Hawaii and Vandy has officially started. No, we got the hype train, dude. Got offense for days, no doubt. Doesn't matter. Defense don't matter, baby, when you put up 70. That's what I'm saying. That's coming from a South Carolina fan, too. Okay, you talked me into it, YOLO. I mean, dude, if y'all hadn't already, download Klarna, man. Split that shit up into 4 payments and go see a baseball game, dude. Interest free. Come on. It doesn't help your credit at all, but I mean, dude, split that shit into 4 payments. I think Ticketmaster's on Klarna. Now I'm saying, download it. Go to a freaking ball game. Get the extra large nachos. Don't get that small. Ain't nobody trying to spend $14 on nachos and go to a game. Ruin a shirt, okay? YOLO. I mean, wear your favorite jersey, get nacho cheese all over it, have the, one of the hot shooter girls sign it and frame it afterwards with a picture of you taking a selfie, living your best life, dude. That's what I'm saying. JD says you missed my NASCAR message. Chase just drove through a massacre masterfully masterfully. I'm guessing there's a big wreck he dodged or whatever. Casper's a NASCAR fan, man. I'm not that big of a NASCAR fan. I make fun of Chase Elliott because that's his guy, but $22 and 4 payments. There you go, dude. That's what I'm saying. That ain't even that much, dude. We're coming into an election year, dude. $22 is gonna buy you like, a gallon of gas next year, dude. Spend it while you got it. You can't take it with you when you go. You know what I'm saying? Go to a freaking ball game, dude. Put that shit on Klarna. Rocky Top is definitely a bucket list. I want to throw a field goal post into the river. That is our trademark. By God, if we win in the swamp or Bama, we might bring the goal post back with us. That's just what we do. I don't know. It's just we get drunk and break stuff. We pay for it, but we get drunk and break stuff. It's just what the Tennessee Vol faithful does. You know what I'm saying? Bobby joined. Why Willie Martinez? What do you think? I need more time. That's what I think. I need more time. Show me something. That's my initial gut reaction. Give me, I need more time, but show me something. SC finally scored again, so it's 14-7. 14-7. A lot of games. Dude, I want to film this replay so bad. Show me, Casper. We must talk Chase. Dude, I know he's like literally driving back from the beach today. Otherwise, he'd be all over it. He's probably streaming the race or listening to it or something as he's driving, I would imagine. I'm thinking we will be competitive with everyone this year. I mean, college football, dude, nowadays with daggum NIL, transfer portal, I mean, realistically, everybody can be competitive at any point. I mean, honestly. I mean, Prime. Now, a lot of people's giving him a hard time. But I mean, realistically, like, he basically told him that, hey, dude, you ain't good enough to start or whatever, and they bounce. But I mean, like, he's got the two best cornerbacks. Oh my God! Oh no! Ohio just shanked a field goal. Laces were out. What was that? Ray Finkel, dude, from Dagenham. What was it? Ace Ventura. Oh, dude, y'all got to go back and watch that replay, dude. Ohio just shanked a field goal, and I was like, God, what happened there? And they showed it. He freaking laces. Oh, dude, daggum Ray Finkel. Georgia's very good, but we have them at home. That's definitely a pro. Kentucky is going all the way this year. That's what Kentucky fans keep saying. I mean, I tell you what, Devin Leary's way better than daggum, Mayo and the coffee, Will Levis. Bama is going to be tough. Bama is going to be on a war path. Everybody needs to watch out. It's week 0. What you talking about? A lot of games. Dude, everybody is talking about NIL leveling the playing field. There are currently 8 Big 12 schools with 0 3 or 4 star recruits. Well, I mean, everybody's going to the SEC right now. And then, you got ACC and some of the Big Ten stuff's kind of moving around or whatever, but nobody really knows what's going to go on with that. Were you turning the temp up? Kentucky is garbage. I think they're definitely going to be better with Devin Leary, but I mean, it's just the only thing with Kentucky. I mean, they're just a basketball school, man. Stoops is a good dude. He's probably right for that program, but I mean, dude, he's hovering around 50%. Like, you kind of get what you get. You get what you get. You won't pitch fit. Dude, I'm just jacked up for college football, JD. I don't care if it's week 0 or not. I just freaking love college football. I'm watching right now La Tech and FIU. I really need Louisiana Tech to pull out a dub because I don't even want to look at my betting spreads right now. Oh, USC finally. Okay, they're 2 scores up. It was looking kind of sketchy there for a second. Let's look at FanDuel. I can't look at it on my phone because TikTok is on my phone. But yeah, Kentucky, like I said, I think they're going to be better with Devin Leary. But, like I said, I mean, the problem is nobody wants to come to Kentucky and play football, dude, because they know it's behind everything else. Make sure I ain't screen sharing. That would have been bad. Show my login information. I don't even think I want to look at my parlays right now. I think I'm busted out already. JD says, for the Kentucky fan, you do realize the creator of Sandstorm is playing a concert before y'all's game this year. Maybe Beamer won't bring the sunglasses. Climate versus culture. LOL, it's a joke. South Carolina does have one of the coolest pregame rituals ever. Hold on one second, TikTok. I gotta see if I can find that. Need to see that code. Oh, God, I don't know if I want to see this. I don't know if I want to see this. Blonde Bombshell says, howdy from Tennessee. I am also in Tennessee, so howdy from Tennessee as well. I'm from Eastern Tennessee. Not sure what part you're from. Got a lot of friends that are Kentucky fans that are seriously garbage this season. Hey, Aaron Dotson, welcome to the party. Finally entered the chat. 21 minutes late. Just kidding. Yeah, so what was the mess? Drewski! What's up, buddy? My problem with Kentucky and Ohio State fans always butt heads with. Ohio State fans, I just find it thoroughly entertaining to troll. The problem with Kentucky though is the real Kentucky football fans will be honest and they'll be like, "Hey, dude, like, if we can make a bowl game, like, I'm good. Like, it is what it is." But the problem is, like, with Kentucky, it's hard for me to. I can't find a lot nice to say about their football program. So I usually just end up saying some really generic stuff, and then like they'll press me, and I'm like, dude, I got nothing for. I don't know what to tell you, man. Sorry. FanDuel keeps wanting me to enter these messages. Okay, Drewski, Chattanooga. Okay, what up? Down there in Chattanooga, how goes it? What part of Eastern Tennessee? I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee. I also can't wait. I don't usually give out where I live at currently, but I mean, I do live about 30 to 40 minutes outside of Knoxville. But yeah, the eastern part of the Tennessee state. I'm from Maryville. Okay, cool. I'm cool with Maryville, Cleveland. Awesome. My best friend is a Bulldog fan. God bless her. Yeah, she waited, way too long for a ring, so she's a patient woman. Cell phone number. Not sure what that's for. I don't know those fans. They think they will win it every year. I mean, like I said, dude, when the cool Kentucky fans I'm like real good with because like they're just like real about it. Like, hey, if we make a bowl game, then I'm pretty well good with it. But it's the ones that are like, no, Tennessee sucks. I'm like, bro, like you got us in basketball. Okay. Thoughts on FSU? T says, go balls. JD also says that's why Kentucky and Carolina fans hate each other so much. We all fighting for the same good bowl game. That's pretty good. My thoughts on FSU are they should bring it this year. A lot of people's excited about them. My only thing is I'm kind of wondering if the tabloids may or may not get them. The whole, are they going to stay in the ACC? Are they going to go? All that stuff. I think that outside stuff could maybe mess with them this year. But I definitely like them better than I think they'll. I don't want to be wrong, but I could definitely see them maybe finishing in the top 10. Thanks for the likes. Carolina. JD says Carolina's biggest problem is that, or he's talking about South Carolina, by the way, that we had success with Spurrier and Clemson wouldn't be who they are without us. It's created a inferiority complex. I can't talk. That's definitely an interesting take. I know, like, South Carolina and Tennessee's always been just a really good match. But yeah, South Carolina, dude, was a party school there for a little bit, but I'd be interested on your take though on how South Carolina built Clemson though. It's an interesting take. Thank you for the follow. Kevin Miller says South Carolina is garbage. No, that's what I'm saying. No, you can't touch us. You can only hope to get. Sorry, I say a lot of random stuff. Most of what I say on here is like inside jokes, just to be honest with you. But the whole no, that's what I'm saying. That's a whole story in itself. But kind of a shout out to the boys, honestly. Where do I look at my current bets? FanDuel, what you be doing to me? So, did anybody else watch any of these games today, or is everybody like, just wait until next week? I mean, I tried to catch as much of them as I could. Granted, I mean, I do have social media built around it, I guess, so I kind of probably need to. Do you think FSU even stands a chance against Clemson now that the Tigers have an offense again? That Klubnik kid, or however you say it, looked like he was going to be pretty good. I mean, the Vols beat Clemson in the Orange Bowl, but I mean, let's be honest. If Clemson recruited a kicker, that one would have maybe went different. I think the Vols in the shootout scenario probably would have done pretty good, but I mean, FSU's got enough pieces to make a run. It's just a matter of putting it together, dude. I mean, I interviewed former Tennessee Vol Jonathan Wade on the podcast a few podcast episodes back, and I feel like he put it pretty well, but he basically said that, like, a lot of people think when you have the best players or really good players, he said that they think it becomes easier to win, but it actually becomes harder to win. Now, obviously, this is debatable, so whatever, y'all can suck it if you don't agree. But he was talking about Philip Fulmer because that was his coach, but he said that's what made Philip Fulmer really good at winning football games. He was able to piece it all together and connect the dots and weave it in. But you look at guys like that, Steve Spurrier, freaking, Vince Dooley back in the day, not Derek, an actual winning football coach. Vince Dooley. You look at these coaches and they're able to put it all together. So FSU's, oh, dude, that was a nasty hit on this Louisiana Tech punt return here. That one's probably going to be played everywhere. He got absolutely leveled. Yeah, it's just, I don't know if they can put the pieces together. Like I said, my problem with Florida State is I think that all that stuff with with whether they're going to leave the ACC, I think that might hurt them a little bit. Can't stay on long. Had to give a shout out to Vol Nation. Appreciate it, AA Ron. Anytime you're in here, buddy. Kevin Miller, are you saying seriously? As in, did I actually interview Jonathan Wade or one of the takes that you didn't agree with? JD says I watched the Notre Dame game that got turned off after Navy. Yeah, that field goal kicking was pretty bad. Yeah, they missed I don't remember. I know they missed one that I seen, and then I don't remember. I feel like they missed another one, but like I said, I was watching on and off. I was at a family function, but hey, Ron, killing with the likes. Appreciate that. Mm-hmm. I like these monster beasts. They don't have nearly enough alcohol in them, but they also don't have a lot of sugar and junk in them. So I can actually sit here and sip on them. I ain't trying to get too toe up or nothing. Justin Bishop and Chelsea joined. What up? What up? Well, yeah, I asked you, JD. I said I'm interested in why you said that. Oh wait, sorry, I missed it. Dabo was on the verge of losing his job after losing 5 in a row to Spurrier. Spurrier had a team capable to win the SEC. Dabo had to build a team to beat South Carolina, and it turned into winning ACC and making the college football playoff. That's definitely an interesting take. I would have never thought about it like that. It does kind of make sense. Don't wanna try, don't wanna try, don't wanna try no more. I'm gonna go through and follow a couple of y'all. Chelsea says, "Hey, go Vols! Hell yeah, go Vols!" Uh, Kevin says, "I'm not kidding. If we go 1-11, we beat South Carolina. I think we beat them by a lot." I know no matter what happens, it's going to be rocking versus South Carolina and Georgia. I do know that. I'm going to go through here and follow a couple of you guys. The ones that are super active in the chat, much appreciated. I'm already following AA Ron because he's cool. Going through and following a couple of you guys. You guys have been awesome tonight, man. Every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we get on here and talk college football, man. It's good old-fashioned time. I'll be at the South Carolina game. Neyland's going to be insane. I was going to try to Chelsea, I was gonna send you a follow since you've been active in here, but says it's on private. But I was gonna try to get some season tickets. I was looking at it. I was debating on breaking the bank for it, but they's got gobbled up quick, and I was not quick enough. But like I said, my main problem with going to the games now, dude, it's so freaking expensive. And technically, we're on a one income because like I'm the one that brings home the bacon. So with a wife and a daughter, that's tricky to swing to go. Drop $1,400 for 2 tickets to go watch Georgia or whatever. But I hope y'all have a good time, man. Honestly, it's probably better that I stay here and do what I do, anyways. Like today, I spent half the day editing videos. I spent the other half watching football, and then I spent the other half, which I know mathematically everything I'm saying makes 0 sense, but spend the rest of the time hanging out with family. So, know what I'm saying? Kevin says Georgia will be a tough one, but South Carolina will be a 20-point. Oh, that's going to be the day of redemption. Mama T89, what up? Welcome back. Welcome. Keith says I would have loved to hear John Ward do the highlights for the season. Oh, dude, my God, man, I miss that man. If I would have done anything just to have, like you said, have him for that one run. Last year. That would have been awesome. Going to the Georgia game with my son, awesome. Have fun with that. Hopefully you guys have a great time. CJ says go Gamecocks. There you go, JD. You're not the only one in here now. JD says it's a lot cheaper to stay at home and watch mini games versus dropping dumb money to go watch one. Garrett Riley should scare any ACC or national contender. Yeah, I mean, dude, that is a lot of money. We just grill out and hang out and take a TV outside or, whatever. I mean, we just kind of hang out. But like last year, I was doing a lot of streaming and stuff. I was, streaming when my daughter was taking a nap. I was streaming at halftime, whatever. Damn, Drewski, you mentioned one Carolina fan in here and everybody is claiming victories. Jeez. Oh, Mama T says our son was told by Band director that there are only 200 or 2,500 tickets for season are left. Yeah, man, I was trying to get in there early on, and it was literally like the website was freaking crashing. And then by the time I was able to kind of get in there and look around, it was just like the it was like either you got to sit in the nosebleeds or drop some massive coin. But JD says, "But haha, there's one fan, yay!" Yeah, CJ said he's a Gamecocks fan, so you're not alone anymore. Who you got winning USC versus UNC? Ooh, I was trying to remember if I'm trying to stay consistent with my season predictor thing, but I don't think I've got that specific game. But I think I had Carolina winning because I think Carolina's at home, and I feel like, and I don't know the history, the wins between the two teams, but my thing with that one was I think Drake May, if I had to put the game in Drake May or Spencer Rattler's hands, I trust Drake more. Spencer played good against us, the Vols, but to be fair, we have for the last 20 years consistently made average people look like gods. For the average people on the other team look like gods. I mean, we did it with freaking Byron Leftwich back in the day, Rohan Davey, Jamarcus Russ. I mean, we made these just average dudes look like Hercules out there. So Spencer Rattler was averaging like, I don't even know, it was something ridiculous, like 150 yards or something a game. I don't know. I don't remember the stat, but he come in and played well against us. But Rattler is also as consistent as a McDonald's ice cream machine. So between the two, if the game, I think it's going to be tight, but I think Drake May might pull that one out. But I think North Carolina wins that one close. But that was kind of my prediction. TikTok says, "Great job. You've gone live for 90 minutes." Oh, go balls, baby. Chelsea said you got to have a down payment on a house to attend. Yeah, I mean, it's literally like $1,400 is like, daggum, 2 months rent for a lot of people. Kevin says, I hope you guys are highly ranked when you come to Neyland. CJ said, I think we're going to take it. It's at Panther Stadium. Okay, cool. He played good enough against Tennessee. I went to the Notre Dame game. We almost won. What are you thinking at Neyland? If Tennessee is highly ranked and the East is on the line. Shit. Oh, dude. That South Carolina and Georgia game is going to be wild no matter what. I mean, dude, let's call it like it is. It don't matter if we've not won a game coming into South Carolina and Georgia. South Carolina is the day of redemption, so there's going to be everybody there is going to be like they're loud and proud, rowdy, raucous, ready to rock it. Georgia is going to be much of the same. Now, Georgia, that one's going to lose a lot of the luster, obviously, if we're not like undefeated or looking really good at that point. But those games are going to be rocking regardless. I don't think it even matters if we're 0 and all of them up to that point. I'm so excited. It'll be my first time in Neyland. Oh, congrats. Yeah, I've always told people, man, like there's going to a game at Neyland and then there's going to a big game at Neyland, and it's totally different. A big game at Neyland is insane. Now, it's been a few years since I've went, but I mean, it is insane. Texas, I think Texas, if Mullet Man stays healthy, I think that they are going to be looking good. However, the problem with Texas is I think they're going to crumble and eventually fade out before they actually are able to do anything of substance. The reason why I say that is Mullet Man's a great quarterback. However, next year they're coming to the SEC. Everybody's going to be talking about that. any little thing that he does. It doesn't matter what it is. If he shows up like half a minute late to practice, throws an interception, fumbles, his credit score drops 30 points. It doesn't matter what he does. They're going to be like, put Archie in, play Archie, man. I mean, it's going to, that pressure from where everybody's going to want to see Archie is what's going to make, I think, Texas crumble. And, and like I said, the tabloids with them coming to the SEC next year and all that stuff, I think that's just too much distraction. So I don't feel comfortable with Texas. But if Mullet Man comes in and plays well, I mean, dude, I think if Mullet Man stays in, I think Texas beats Alabama last year. But he's a great quarterback. Kevin Miller says USC will be a beatdown whether we win any other games. We will win that game. JD says, did I not hear Archie was third string? The Manning are playing a role to hold him back. I mean, dude, it don't matter though. The fans are going to be wanting to see him, that it's going to happen in Neyland too. Joe Milton will throw interceptions. It's going to happen, but every time he throws an interception, everybody's going to be like, Nico, and it's like, dude, we need Nico to sit out for a year, develop a little bit, build just a little bit more muscle, and then turn him loose next year. I've sold programs at Gate 10 for over 15 years. USC will be a huge game. That's freaking awesome, dude. Hunter says, how about Arkansas this year? I think I had them, what did I say earlier? Going 7-5. I had them going 7-5, but 3-5 in the conference. I think they'll do pretty good, but I don't know that they're going to make a deep run or nothing. It will definitely be a big game. It will be loud, 100%. That game was a lot closer than people think. South Carolina exploded in the late third and fourth. Yeah, I mean, we were 18 points down when Hooker got hurt or whatever. I mean, they were starting to make a little bit of noise, but I mean, that whole thing with whatever did or didn't happen, whatever with Jeremy Banks, that was a big issue. And then a lot of people forget we had like 6 dudes out. I mean, South Carolina at home is a tough game, dude, especially night game. I mean, I've never been to William Bryce, but my God, even watching it on TV just seems like it'd be incredible. But it's just a tough game. I mean, SEC night games are rough. Don't drop a lot of money on SEC night games this year because it's going to be a toss up. Think you're going to lose to the Gamecocks again? I don't think so. I think we will take them out this year for a revenge game. I agree with that. 100%. JD says, yeah, well, you can call for the backup, but the third string isn't the backup. And OU Texas fans that think they're coming to own the SEC are in for a rude awakening. I don't disagree with you there. I do not disagree with you there. We're an hour and a half in on the mainstream. Killing it. And I'm only 30%, tired or whatever. We changed the play caller at the Tennessee game is why USC or South Carolina looked so much better towards the end. Interesting. JD says, I told my volunteer alumni aunt, congratulations on the win before the game even started. I fully expected to finish 6-6 last year with losses to Clemson and Tennessee. Yeah, well, I mean, the Vols gave South Carolina that confidence boost that they needed. Rattler freaking, like I said, I mean, kudos. He played great. Our defense sucked already. That was with most of our guys, but he took advantage of it. I mean, I don't hate him for it or nothing, but yeah, Tennessee gave him that confidence boost, and then he killed it the rest of the year. But y'all also had an incredible cornerback, dude. Cam Smith is freaking he's going to be playing for a long time on Sundays, you know. Does Tennessee average over 45 this season? I don't see why not. We got more weapons this year on offense. You know. Thank you for the follow. Go Dogs, Kevin Royce says. The Dogs, they should make it back to the playoffs this year. I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, maybe they drop a couple games, but I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, their schedule is pretty easy. I'm not even saying this because I'm a Vols fan, but I mean, I don't know if y'all have looked at Georgia's schedule, but it's debatable. But like the Vols may actually be the hardest game that they play. I think Spencer Rattler will be good. I mean, like I said earlier, he's as consistent as a McDonald's ice cream machine. I mean, I think, he's I mean, you just never know what you're going to get with him. That's the biggest thing. CJ says, I'm out. Good luck this season to all. Make sure you follow, dude. Get back in here next Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do this every Saturday, man. Sit around and talk college football. But appreciate you for being in here. Thanks for the follow. Now, sometimes I will have my co-host on here. I'm just rocking with just me tonight, but me and my buddy Casper get on here. We actually have a podcast that we do. Well, it used to be mine, but now he's in here and we split it. But yeah, no, we just like to get on here and have a good time and talk college football, man. Love it. Ronan says South Carolina is the only team that can beat anyone, but also lose to anyone. Oh, dude, you're not entirely wrong. I mean, I think Texas A&M's kind of in that same boat too. They'll show up and beat a team for absolutely no reason, and then turn around and lose to somebody. But that is a perfect analogy. I would be interested in what JD thinks about that one. Luke Laboa, thank you for the follow. Also, thank you guys for the 4,400 likes. Some of you guys have been in here before. We got a bunch of newbies tonight, and I mean that as a term of endearment, but I don't ever ask for likes. I don't ever ask for gifts. I don't get on here and do any gimmicky shit. I'm not on here trying to do these face-offs and all this weird stuff. You don't see me in here doing that damn anime stuff where I react to your likes and then I just get on here and talk college football, dude. That's it. Anybody that I bring on here with me, we just get on here and talk college football. So I never ask for likes, never ask for gifts. I don't do, like I said, the gimmicky stuff. So anytime you guys send likes and all that stuff, it's much appreciated, dude. So I do greatly appreciate it. I'm not doing this stuff for like fame and fortune or anything. Like I could care less whether I've got 20 followers or 20 million or whatever. I just like to talk college football. That's really it. So much appreciated. Okay, so I was real there for a second. Now I'm going to go back into being Big Drewski. Just kidding. Kentucky would be tricky, especially if it's cold. Kentucky, I mean, Devin Leary. Here's the thing. Full disclosure, I thought Will Levis was like one of the most underrated quarterbacks in maybe like 10 years, but I think they're going to be a lot better this year. Devin Leary. Tennessee record prediction. My official prediction, and I'm going to stick to it, even if people laugh at me, but I said 11-1. Now, full disclosure, I did say 11-1 because given my socials, I would rather overshoot it and be wrong than undershoot it and be wrong. But I think they can. I think bowl game included, I think we can get 10 again. I think we're either going to have like a ridiculously good year, an incredibly good year. I think we're either going to have an incredibly good year or we may just absolutely crap in the middle of the floor. I don't know which way it's going to go, but I'm fully ready to get my heart broke again. Alex says, go Tigers. Tigers will be good. Good. What, D? Not sure what you meant there. We kicked them last year. 10-2, go Big Orange. I feel like that's fair. I mean, it sounds crazy that we're like anticipating 10-win years now, but I would be totally cool with it. I would be totally cool with it. JD says, sorry, buddy. Let me scroll back over here. I think I missed a couple of years. The claim is Shane Beamer called plays instead of Satterfield, but what actually happened is Beamer told Satterfield to let his nuts hang out. Beamer never called offensive plays. I mean, Beamer had two amazing cornerbacks and put them in man-to-man coverage and said, beat us. That's literally what he did. And like he even admitted that. He's like, dude, I just put him in man-to-man coverage and said, beat us. Just because I'm the only one on Facebook doesn't mean you can ignore me. LOL, just kidding. Yeah, literally, I kept seeing yours, and then I would miss 5 over here. And so I was trying to catch them real quick and then come back to yours, and then I'd miss like 2 or 3. Yeah, there's somebody else. Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube and whatever, they never bring it on the lives, but people go back and watch them later. I was trying to see where else the other one. There's the numbers are fluctuating, but there's other people on here. They just haven't said a word, which is uncomfortable. Let's scroll back up. I'm worried about Bama, Georgia, and Texas A&M. Texas A&M will be good. Thighs. Texas. This year. Okay. Texas A&M being overrated once again. No, I think Texas A&M. The problem is Jimbo is getting used to that SEC caliber play, but they've got a ridiculous amount of 5 and 4 stars on their team, dude. They've got like a lot of talent. We were talking about it earlier, but one thing that I was saying is everybody's shitting on Texas A&M, but they were this close to winning several games last year. They're one of those teams that I 100% think could be a sleeper and then come in and just beat some good teams for no reason next year. JD says, dude, you're great and I love the talk, but I don't think there's many teams that can count Carolina as an automatic win this year, but we have so many toss-ups. We can be 9-3 or 9 or as bad as 4-8. I can't expect anything good. That's what it feels like to be a Vols fan. Most of the time, dude, I don't have a clue. I'm just along for the ride. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, everybody, says that Texas A&M was overrated. I mean, dude, Jimbo at FSU was a pretty good coach. Like, I mean, to be fair. And with the amount of 5 and 4 stars that they got and all the talent that they got, a lot of people expected Jimbo to come over and be able to use that talent and win. Obviously, he hasn't yet. But, I mean, let's not forget, they were this close to beating Bama on a very questionable play action, whatever you want to call it, no call, which I think is funny because Bama was talking about freaking, they were talking about the refs at the Tennessee game or whatever, but, I think that's pretty comical. But they played pretty good. I mean, as far as there's a few games, man, that could have went either way. I'm gonna pull up their schedule or whatever, but obviously they massively underperformed expectations last year, but they're still one of those teams, man, with all that talent that they have on their team. I think you still have to watch out for them. I mean, everybody overlooked Tennessee last year, and you see what happened. I mean, we almost did something. So, I don't know. In the SEC, though, you can never sleep. JD says this could be the year on the offensive coordinator. Petrino at Texas A&M, Riley at Clemson, and Loggins at Carolina. Riley will absolutely get Clemson to the college football playoff, in my opinion. He got TCU there last year, and he has top tier talent at Clemson. TCU average recruiting ranking was 41st the last 4 years. That's a good point. Y'all are killing it, man. That's a good point. Let's see here. I'm looking. Okay, let's look at Texas A&M's schedule here in a second. Did someone say we would be 4-8? Florida. I'm saying 2-10. That's pretty low. I had them going 6-6, but I'll bet whatever you are comfortable with. You think South Carolina? What do I think South Carolina's record will be? My prediction, and I'm trying to stick to the same one on the SEC schools. My prediction, my preseason prediction was 7-5. However, I had them going 5-3 in the conference, and I had them finishing third behind Georgia and Tennessee, however you want to flip it. But I had the SEC East, Georgia or Tennessee, and then I had South Carolina third, Kentucky fourth, and then Mizzou, Florida, Vandy. Mizzou I had going 5-7. I had Florida going 6-6. I guess I had Mizzou beating Florida at home or something. I'm not quite sure, but like I said, those predictors, man, they just go game to game. So I just went through, looked at the game, picked who I thought was going to win. But yeah, I had South Carolina going 7-5, but finishing third. So, we'll see. Ronan says 9-3. That's low. I had Vandy going 4-8. I've got Vandy at 3-9. I had Mississippi State going 4-8. Auburn going 6-6. Is the Vanderbilt-Tennessee rivalry even relevant? Not really. I mean, not in a long, long time, mi amigo. Not in a long, long time. Vanderbilt's up 20-7 right now. Yeah, honestly, Tennessee in football has historically looked at Vandy and Kentucky like a gimme game. JD said, "Dude, I've been grilling all day, so I got that old smoky lung today, dude. It's catching up with me." JD says 7-5 for Carolina is my hopeful, even though I don't consider that successful for Beamer's progression. 9 wins is the goal, bowl included or not. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I had them going 7-5, 7-5, and finishing third. I had Kentucky going 8-4, but finishing fourth. So I guess I had South Carolina beating Kentucky. I'm guessing Kentucky probably was playing at South Carolina. Like I said, I don't remember their schedule now. Oh, yeah. Vandy is beating Hawaii. Did I not say Hawaii? Did I say something different? I'm looking at the game right here, but yeah, it's 21-7. Didn't Tennessee lose 3 straight seasons to who in the 2010s? Vandy or Kentucky? This is the first time Kentucky has become a respectable program in years. I would agree with that. Yo, Rocky Top, finally, football is back. It does feel good to be decent. Kentucky is at South Carolina. Okay, so I've got Kentucky losing to South Carolina at South Carolina. Let's look at Vandy versus Tennessee previous meetings. Vandy, so at one point, and I don't remember if it was Dooley or Pruitt or whatever, but there was a time there. Yeah, so 2016, 2017, 2018, Vandy won. And then 2012, 2013, they won. But, I mean, dude, From 83 until now, Vandy's won 6 times. So historically, that's usually kind of a gimme. Same thing with Kentucky. Historically, I'm not saying now, I'm just saying historically. But yeah, Vandy's obviously gotten more competitive in recent years. So, going back to what I was saying earlier, looking at the Texas A&M schedule, we're going to run through a few of their games here. They lost to App State by 3 points. Okay, App State is a respectable football team now. Okay, but they lost to App State by 3 points. That was one of their losses. They lost to 20th ranked Mississippi State 42-24. They lost to Bama by 4 points on a questionable pass interference call. No call, however you want to say it. So App State, which is a respectable loss, 3 points. They lost to Bama by 4 points. They lost to South Carolina by a touchdown. South Carolina beat Tennessee and Clemson last year, so they were respectable. They lost to Mississippi by 2 points. Okay, which, I mean, Mississippi Lane Train, whatever you want to call it. Mississippi was pretty good last year too. So that's 4. Now they got blown out pretty good by Florida at home, which that's not a good look. They lost to Auburn by 3 points. Okay, so that's 5 close to respectable-ish losses. Okay. And then they beat LSU November 26, 2022, but they had 5 losses, and this is what I keep saying about Texas A&M. Everybody keeps shitting on them because they look at the record, but they don't look at the body of the work. I mean, they were 5 games away for like a total of like, I don't even know, maybe 15-ish points. I mean, if you average it out, it was like a touchdown or less that they lost these games by. So, everybody's shitting on Texas A&M, dude, but they got a lot of talent, and they were this close to winning some pretty big games. I mean, if they win those games, I mean, dude, they, they would have probably last year went to the SEC championship. I mean, they ended up beating LSU November 26, 2022. I guess that like a bowl game. Not really sure. But yeah, so Texas A&M might be sleepy good this year. Like I said, nobody's really paying attention to them. So let me scroll back and hit some of y'all's messages real quick. Oh, what you got Georgia at? I think I had Georgia losing 1 game. Any farts in the tank? No, we're clear on that. Vandy could be a decent team in another conference. That's fair. That would be interesting. I can't wait for the EA NCAA game. I feel you on that. I actually have the revamped version that I play from time to time. They loaded A&M. Get ready for history. Georgia's going to 3-peat. Go Dogs. Go Dogs, Joe. Do you like the NFL at all? I like the Titans. Other than that, outside, it's like meh. But Titans is my team. NFL is just, man, them guys are just all about the money now. It's not like it used to be. But I got no problems with the NFL. JD says we got to win one. We're not supposed to win, and we're supposed to win. We're not supposed to win, and one we're supposed to lose. That's the goal. Kentucky is at South Carolina. Sandstorm Creator plays a concert before the Kentucky game. Ooh, interesting. That's pretty cool. That's a good note, JD. I'll have to remember that. Vanderbilt is the best gig in all of college sports. They got all the SEC money, $40 million in a year. Get beat up like a FCS school. It's ridiculous. They haven't been replaced. That is actually a good take. And people have asked me before, why do I think Vandy's still in the SEC? For one, their baseball team's pretty good. I don't know what else they got going on, but I know their baseball team's pretty solid. Their basketball team is good sometimes, but it's all about the money, dude. It's all about the money. Vandy's, they got money, dude. There's no doubt about that. Zach says, Zelda? Zelda the cute cat says, Wake Forest wins 9. Ooh, interesting. Ronan says, yeah, people throwing tantrums and refusing to play over contracts just makes it not fun. Eventually, unfortunately for us, college football's going to get there too. Oh, Sun Chaser says, later, Rocky Top. Peace. Appreciate that. It's been fun tonight. College football's back, and it's not even back yet. So it has been pretty fun, pretty awesome. Nobody wants out of the SEC. They don't want to lose that money. Can't be losing money. Actually, probably need to switch to water a little bit. Go Navy joined. What'd you think about that game today? Obviously, Notre Dame's a pretty good bit better than Navy. I feel like that's fair. Todd, welcome. Up to 5,200 likes. Appreciate that. I'm going to keep rolling as long as y'all are rolling, man. Share the live. Get some more college football fans in here if you got college football fans on your stuff. If you're in here, it's because you like college football. It just is what it is, dude. But yeah, share the live. Let's get some college football fans in here. Let's go ahead and get the trash talk rolling before all the games start next week, you know? Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. I still see, I've got JD. You're not the only one in here. You may or may not be the only. I see a number. I don't know who's on what, so you might be the only one on Facebook, perhaps. But there's definitely other people in here, so I don't know if people are just listening, tuning in, whatever. But say hey. Don't just sit there like a creeper, and it's a little weird. Say hey, come on in, stop in, prop up a chair and stay a while. Henry Brenner joined. Like I said, go ahead and share that live, guys. Let's get some more college football fans in here. As long as y'all are good, I'll keep rolling. My voice is shot from grilling all day, or at least all morning. But as long as y'all are rocking and rolling, I'll keep rocking and rolling. I actually got on here a little earlier, so usually I'll roll anywhere between midnight and 4 in the morning. It just depends on how y'all are holding up. Tanner, what up? Let's see. Google doesn't really give me all the games. Oh, wait, top 25. I need all the games. I don't know if it'll give me those, but go Vols, Jimmy says. Heck yeah, go Vols, baby. Win, lose, or draw. JD got that perfect analogy on Vandy, though. You get 10 points for that. Bill joined. Dat Bayou boy joined. Ooh, I'm guessing you're a Go Tigers fan, huh? If you're in here, like I've said, you are a college football fan or a college sports fan. That's just the way the algorithms work. That's the majority of what I talk about on my socials. It's pretty much college football all day long. Nate Jordan knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, if you're in here, it's because you're college football fans. You might as well just go ahead and tell us your team. Give us a hot take, prediction, whatever you want to give us. Easy E joined, and he knows what we're talking about. But yes, go Vols, no matter what. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but I'm wearing my Vols hat. It's just my camo hat because we're not playing this week, so I've got to give the orange a rest. But I've got so much stuff within reach. Oh, PSU, Drew. Is it All or Ayler for Heisman? I'm guessing Penn State. I would imagine that's who you're talking about, Penn State. I get along better with Penn State people than I do Ohio State people. That's for sure. Penn State and Michigan, I will pull for 1,000 times before I will Ohio State. UMass 34, New Mexico State 17. By the way, San Diego State is 20-6. Louisiana Tech is down 3-17. USC they're winning, but it's 28-14 on San Jose State. So See what happens on that one. We will see what happens on that one. Golden Wand says, Dogs by a million. By a million. They should make another run this year, at least to the playoffs. I mean, I don't necessarily mean this in a bad way. Yes, USC is definitely not covering the way it's looking right now. I did not bet them on the spread because I just felt like San Jose State was going to come out and be decent. I think FSU will be dangerous. My thing, like I was saying earlier, I'm just wondering about the tabloids and stuff. But yeah. Right now my pick'ems aren't looking too good though. I had I had UTEP winning, which they lost. I had San Diego State winning, which I think they're winning right now, but I picked New Mexico State and Casper picked UMass, and UMass is definitely winning right now, so he may get the edge on me. Although, Vandy and Hawaii is close as well, though, too. It's 21-14 right now. Vandy is up, but I need Vandy to win to save my pick'ems for this week. LSU will be much improved, too. LSU's got a chance, man. I think Saban, JD says, dude, we got to work you in a few commercial breaks and promos. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm just live streaming tonight. Normally, if me and Casper do the podcast, we do take breaks. But since it's just me, dude, I keep. It's funny, man. I've had people hop in here at 10 or 11 and be like, all right, well, good night. And then they can't sleep or whatever. And they'll hop back up at like 2 or 3 in the morning and I'm still rolling. But, I mean, like I said, dude, y'all are what fuel me, though, dude. If there's people in here talking, active, having a good time, I just keep rolling until I just eventually pass out and can't do it anymore. But it just depends on what's going on. But yeah, LSU's got a shot, man. I mean, Saban, I think he's going to be on a warpath. I don't know if he's going to be able to, I don't know if they're going to make like a super deep run or anything like that. But, if Saban and Bama falls down a little bit, though, I mean, LSU may have a shot to do a little something. I really need Louisiana Tech to come back. By the way, guys, I know I've said this a couple times, but we get new groups in every so often. We are playing weekly pick'ems this year. It's 100% free to join, but all it is each week you go down through there and you pick whoever you think is going to win each week. It doesn't start until next week. However, week 1 winner, we're going to give away a $25 Amazon gift card to just whoever has the best score. But the end of the year winner is going to get $100. We're also going to be just doing random prizes the whole time. But my co-host Casper said if we get 100 people in there before the UT game kickoff, which I think is noon next week, he said if there's 100 people in there, he's also going to give away a brand new free grill. And then he gave me a list of 3. One was like the Weber circle charcoal ones, but it was like one of the nicer ones, like 160 something ish dollars. It's like those egg shaped ones or whatever. And then the other ones were like a couple $100 to $250-ish ones. I think he had a egg rounded shaped charcoal. He had a stick burner and a gas grill. But yeah, if we get 100 people entered, which I've not checked, I don't know how many there's in there right now. But if we get 100 people before the UT kickoff, he's going to give away a brand new free grill. So I would really love for him to spend his money. And like I said, it's free to join, and we're just going to be giving away random free shit. So get in there and play. It's going to be fun. Jake, Mr. Wallace, welcome back. Mr. Wallace 93 to be exact. I've had these games on, but I've not paid like super duper close attention. New Mexico State just scored again, though. So if they get If they get the extra point, they'll be within 10 points. My parlays are busted wide open, though, right now. I do know that. Big Red joined. We got any betters in here? Or is that just me? I waste quite a lot of money on the betting from time to time. I think I dropped like $100 in this week. I'm not proud, but I mean, it happened. It did happen. So Vandy's still 21-14 over Hawaii, which I'm going to turn the audio on the Vandy game. And then I'm going to keep the other ones mute. If it'll. This thing's being stupid. Warren. Warren. Let me see here. Huh? Yeah, I'll leave the audio on that Vandy game. I actually wanted to kind of pay more attention to these. So I was a little bit more, uh, ready for the podcast and the streams and whatnot. But, yeah, USC's not exactly storming the trenches right now. 28-14. Johnny Balls. Oh, Johnny Balls joined. Louisiana Tech, man. San Diego State. I need those two to win. I need New Mexico State to come back in a big way, too, as well. But P1 Pinkley joined. Like I said, as long as y'all are rolling, I'll keep rolling, man. JD says I got to work in a commercial break and promos, but I don't know, maybe. I need to start treating this more like an actual podcast or whatever. And usually I just hit record. M81 joined. So many freaking screens. Japer joined. Looks like Kevin Miller's still rocking and rolling. The moderator, Dartavius, John Arnett. Y'all are killing it tonight. I do appreciate it. Where are we at? 5,200 likes. Awesome. Love it. It'll really be popping next week once college football actually starts back. I know it's rolling right now, but it's not back. It will be next year, though, or next week. Stephen Page, or is it Stephen Page? Probably Stephen. It'd be Stephen, though. Mm. Even just these crappy games have got me so ready. Are you excited for football season coming soon? Favorite team? Favorite team is the Vols. I am born and raised in Knoxville, though. Thank you, appreciate that. I've had this hat for quite some time. I didn't want to go full orange this week because the Vols ain't playing. So, but yes, I am ridiculously excited. I mean, I'm literally sitting here watching 4 games at once right now. Um, I don't get the USC game. Yeah, no, ridiculously excited. Love college football. Prefer college football to the NFL, actually. We'll be headed to Nissan Stadium Saturday morning. Oh, son, congrats, man. That's awesome. I had, man, I looked up tickets and stuff, but the tickets to the Vols games have gotten so expensive, dude. And I mean, honestly, where I stream a lot, I actually do a little bit better by just staying here and watching them. But dude, a lot of times we get together with family, whatever, hang out, watch the games and stuff. But that's awesome, man. Get some Hattie B's in my honor while you're there. Favorite pro football team is Tennessee Titans. I'm one of those like dudes that roots for my local teams, but Vols, Titans, Atlanta Braves is my baseball team. Um, don't really watch hockey, but when I do, root for the Predators. Um, basketball, I root like Memphis is my quote unquote favorite team. I don't watch NBA as much anymore. But because Memphis and Knoxville slash East Tennessee is so far apart, we're like 7, 8 hours apart. Um, I actually don't pick up many Grizzlies games here because I'm outside of the circumference. I actually pick up the Hawks games or Charlotte games way easier than I do, the Grizzlies games or whatever. So basketball, I just kind of root for you know whoever. Like if they got like a former ball or something on them, usually. But American Green joined, or no, I'm sorry, Amerion Green joined. But yeah, and then I don't really watch any other sports besides that. So this Vandy Hawaii game is way tighter than people thought. I had Vandy winning, but I dang sure didn't believe in that spread that they were putting out there. Favorite college football player? Well, I was a big Hendon Hooker fan last year, mostly because we're not used to seeing quarterback play that good. Um, I'm going to go outside of balls players, though, because that's kind of a given. My favorite college players right now to watch, I like Mullet Man down there in Texas, Drake May over at North Carolina. I like watching him too. What's that guy? The running back for Ole Miss, Judkins or whatever. I like watching him. I was a big fan of Jamar Gibbs too, as far as like watching him play. I thought he was really good. Trying to think of other college football play. I mean, that's majority of them, but can't think of anybody else right off. Jordan Kerr, welcome back. Y'all been awesome tonight, man. 5,200 likes. I don't know how many. Uh, like I said, I mean, I'm constantly glancing up at the numbers. I don't really care as far as like, I don't care if there's 300 people in here or four. But I don't know how many people's come in and out of here tonight. Lindsay joined. I'm pretty sure you've been in here before, but Lindsay's kind of a common name. Ooh, did Vandy just get a safety? Tim Younger joined. Yeah, like I said, man, I just love college football, dude. UMass is about to have to punt. Ooh, that almost looked like targeting. I really need New Mexico State to come back and make a miraculous comeback. TikTok, I'm going to make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe. I'm going to hop off for a second. I'm going to put some bets in, and then I'm going to go live again. And then for, however long we go. But like I said, I'm gonna put some bets in, and then I'm gonna come right back. Okay. So if you hadn't already, make sure you click like, click subscribe, click follow, and like I said, I'm gonna bring the live back in just a minute because like I said, I'm gonna put some bets in real quick. I'm still here, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Like I said, I'm putting in some bets right now. We're trying to. Some of these are locked out. We can put that one in. Man, all these are locked out, dude. Let's go and put in a bet or two real quick. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try to double down here. 35, 45, 49. Oh, well, now let me combine some. I guess won't let me combine these. Hold on. Let's see here. Come on. Come on. Oh, that game's actually pretty far behind. Okay, nope, we don't want round robin. Point 80? There, 80 cents. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're back on TikTok. My bad. Well, old Casper's gonna be happy that UMass won, saved us daggone pick 'em. Mm, yeah, UMass really put a damper in that one. What up, everybody? It ended the live because I had to put a bet or two in, and then I came back. So my B, uh, my bad. Let's log in off what up? Well, if you're in here, you like college football. That's the way the algorithms work. Might as well go ahead and tell me who you root for. Might as well. Jeff, what up? Bree, Daniel, Gavin, Johnny, Chad. Not sure what that is. That a smiling face? Not sure what that is. But Beavertail's in here. Greg, Jake, Shannon, Preston. What up? What up? What up? Like I say, if you're in here, you like college football. That's the way the algorithms work, or college sports in general. Might as well just go ahead and tell me your team, and let's just go ahead and figure out if we can be friends or not. Just kidding. All are welcome. I don't necessarily care who you root for as long as you're somewhat respectful. Uh, we can have a open discussion. Oh, my parlays are busted. That's DU Miami. Okay, I can know Miami. Is is Mark Rick still down there? Who y'all even got as your coach right now? I've not paid attention to Miami in a while, but Miami's no blue blood. They'll come back around eventually, man. I'd actually like to see them move on into the SEC at some point. Mario, gotcha. JD White says Ryan Priest just UMass is like dicking some of my parlays and stuff up here. I don't know if that game's still going. It is. It's way behind. Marty Ferrari. Interesting. JD says, ugh, Ryan Priest just flipped like 14 times at Daytona. Ooh. Is he all right? Obviously, that's where Dale raced his final race as well. Lindsey Aiken. You said you posted too, like posted a video of it. Yeah, big orange. Ash says. I said it's great to be a Tennessee ball. I said it's great to be a Tennessee ball, even if it's in camo. I've been just, I mean, sitting here all day stroking it college football. However, I am trying to save all my orange for next week. JD says, "Oh damn it! I keep sending before I'm finished. And sorry, I posted to my personal page. Okay, ugh, but he is okay. I really need Louisiana Tech to pull it out. I got an 18 leg parlay scratcher, $1. I think it's $1 that would pay out $2,500. I need Louisiana Tech to turn around. Usually, what I'll do is I'll get a few of them in, and then I'll turn around and I'll turn around and cash them out or whatever. Chad Long joined. What's funny is the flag is actually somewhat new. I've had the flag for a while, just never hung it up, and then I decided to hang it up behind me because why not? Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, y'all get way more this stuff. Yeah, hopefully Ryan Priest is all right. Don't ever want to see anybody, get too tore up. So this live, I did start it over. I had it rolling. We had, like 5,000 and something likes and all that. I turned it off so that I could go make a few sports bets and come back. I can't do it on my phone if I'm on TikTok. It shuts the live down regardless. So, Josiah Fasano, Chris Simmons. Yeah, go ahead and tell me what team you root for, because that's, if you're in here, you like sports. It is what it is. Yeah, he walked away, but craziest flip I've ever seen. Please watch real quick. I tagged you in it. I don't know if my desktop, my laptop, and my monitor are not necessarily bogged down, but I got a bunch of videos and stuff rolling right now. I don't know if my desktop will be fast enough or not. Steve, Mitch, what up? What team you root for? Red, Larry Bowman. You might as well go ahead and tell me. Just tell me what team you root for. Let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. Adam, Braden, and Trevor, thank you guys for the likes. Did you tag the Big Drewski page, JD? I don't see a notification yet. Yeah, I don't see it. Colt Larry Moore. I'll just look it up though. Ryan Priest. Daytona. Yeah, I'm sure. Let's see here. Oh, that's an old one. Those are all from February. Big Drewski. Okay. Chris, Kevin, $5 hose, Stratton Livestock. Tell me what team you root for, man. Y'all are shy because you're new here. I get it. I restarted live because I had to get some bets in. Is what it is. I get it. Y'all are not normally in here, but the way it works, you tell me what team you root for. You get loosened up, and then everybody else tells me what team they root for. And then before you know it, we're talking college football. New Mexico State lost. That's going to really dick my pick 'em up. Louisiana Tech is the thing in there. Okay. Let's go to notifications. JD. Okay, I see it. Go Balls! Hopefully Joe can perform like he did at Clemson last year and keep it up. That would be freaking awesome if we could do that. I got faith in Joe. I mean, I am wondering how the new offensive coordinator is going to fare. I like all SEC teams except for Florida. What's funny is I used to despise Florida. Now I can somewhat live with it. Nowadays, it's the Bama and the Georgia fans, not so much the long timers, but the bandwagoners. Mm. Baby Chase, no win, game over. Give me live on that video. Give me live. What do you mean? I'm trying to look at your link right now. It's just this Mac is so bogged down, dude. I've had this thing for years. Oh, here you go. Okay. It's you recording your. Oh, okay. He's lifting up. Ooh, that is pretty crazy. Ooh, okay. Oh wow. That looks like a scene from Dagon like Talladega Nights or something. It's been a long time since cars flipped like that. It's still going. That is like one of the craziest crashes I've ever seen. By the way, I'm watching this Ryan Priest Daytona flip video on here. Good God. I mean, I know it's in slow mo, but like he's still going. That is insane. Milton transferred from Michigan because he's too dumb to run Harbaugh's offense. Or maybe Harbaugh just can't coach. Just kidding. Yeah, NASCAR's all about safety and stuff now. You don't see wrecks like that often. You don't see it. I hate Kentucky more than anyone now as a Tennessee fan. Why is that? Because of basketball? It's been a long time to see that, and it bounced off the asphalt. I shared that video. That's what I meant. Give me some some interaction on it, and you are okay. Okay. Yeah, no, dude. I mean, obviously, like I said, that was in slow motion, but dude, I mean, it kept freaking going. Like I said, you just don't see wrecks like that much anymore. They're super, super safe or whatever. But I mean, that was like literally like a scene from like Talladega Nights or something. Joe Biden is a big SEC fan. Joe Biden is like probably rooting for whatever color pudding is he's eating that day. Um, Joe Biden would probably walk into like a revolving door and just absolutely get confused for days. I don't know that Joe Biden roots for whoever China tells him to root for. I don't know that Joe Biden has a specific team. Just to be honest with you, um, you know, this is almost empty. Joe Biden's from like Delaware or something, so I don't think he's too fond of the southeastern teams, if you know what I'm saying. Do I watch Big Ten at all? Sometimes. Um, sometimes. I mean, usually on Saturdays, I sit around and watch whatever games are somewhat interesting. Um, when I'm not live streaming, I usually, now that YouTube TV has that split screen thing, like today, I was watching 4 games at once on my TV or whatever. Um, now, these games I'm not keeping up with super close because I've been on here chit chatting with you guys, but if they're interesting games, I'll watch them. Yeah, I mean, usually, like I said, I sit around and just kind of stroke it to college football all day long. Welcome back, Ronan. You left and then come back. I answered your question, although I don't know, maybe the internet booted us or something. Whoops. What do you think about Kentucky? I think that they're going to be way better off with Devin Leary than they are Will Levis. That's like my official stance on them. But I have them going 8-4 this year. But like I said, I think they're way better off with Devin Leary than they are old Will Levis. Stetson Bennett is playing pretty bad right now. Is he? I guess preseason's on right now. Okay. Wait, that's an old game. August 26th was pretty new. Wow, I didn't know College Game Day was even going on today. I would have watched it. Sorry, I'm scrolling through there. Yeah, old Stetson. Georgia fans thought he's going to come in and just rewrite the entire NFL this year or something. I don't know. Uh, I have Bama going to the SEC championship. Um, I have them going 11-1. I think Saban is going to be out for blood this year. I think he's going to be on a warpath. I think they still have enough pieces. Um, and if not, then they're done, and Georgia's kind of the new Bama. Yeah, I have them going 11-1, 7-1 in the conference, and I don't remember who I had them losing to though, which is interesting. But I had them losing to somebody in the conference. But I don't remember who now. 4-9, 14 yards, 2 picks. Ooh, that's pretty bad. Ben was just the game manager. Let's be honest. I mean, dude, he had so much talent around him. JD says they were in the studio the GR game day. Next. Oh, they're in the studio. Okay, in Charlotte. Oh, you talking about John Morant? Sorry. Okay, they were in the studio game day today. The real one is next week in Charlotte, baby. What game are they going to? Is that Carolina, North? Or is that North and South Carolina they're going to? It would be fun to drive over there for the game day. I actually didn't get to go to any of the ones that we had here in Knoxville last year, which is sad. Who do you want to see in the SEC championship? Well, so the way that I had it shaping out. Now, granted, I'm a Vols fan. Okay, my social media is highly revolvent around college football, and obviously, I talk about the Vols a lot. I've got I would say 85% of my followers is Vols fans, and the rest just like college football. So, um, I did. Now, I do think that the Vols can go 10 wins. I think that's doable. But when I did mine, I kind of went slightly overjoyed, or not overjoyed. What's the word? I was kind of overly hopeful a little bit because I'd rather overshoot and be wrong with my Vols people. But I had Bama. It's just a scenario that I had playing out. I had Bama and Tennessee going to the SEC championship. I had Tennessee losing to Bama during the season, and then I had basically Bama and Tennessee going up against each other, and then Tennessee winning the SEC championship after losing in the regular season. That's just the way. But obviously, like I said, that's wishful thinking. But my biggest problems or questions this year is Bama going to have enough, and then is Georgia going to be able to recover without Stetson Bennett? I mean, that's my my big questions. If Georgia does what they do, then they should keep rolling. If Carson Beckett gets in there and then craps in the middle of the floor, then it is what it is. Thank you for the lot or share. Appreciate that. Uh, like I said, dude, we get on here talk college football every weekend, man. Every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, that's what I would want to see. I don't know that's going to go down like that, but appreciate the likes. Least favorite team, which I'm guessing we're talking about college football. Honestly, my least favorite team, and I'm basing this off of teams that just get under my skin and make my blood boil. But I would say my least favorite team is probably Ohio State, only because you know Ohio State, man, they just it's like they're obviously they've been around for a while, but it's like, man, they act like they win it every year, and it's like, okay, y'all won one, you know. I mean, you won a few, but the last one was 2014. But like the way they act is like that they're better than Georgia right now, and I'm like, I mean, I'm a Vols fan. I know how to, to skew facts to work in my favor from time to time if I have to. But I don't know. I would say least favorite team is probably Ohio State. But it's just because of the fans. Not all of them, but I guess it's those bandwagon fans that's still hanging on a little bit that just can't let go. Um, they would definitely be my least favorite team, though. You know what I'm saying? Dude is definitely taking a few beans with that beard. Hey, they don't call it the flavor saver for nothing, baby. Actually, a buddy of mine just sent me. It doesn't have the product in here, but he sent me the Wild Willie's beard kit um, as a gift. Somebody had sent it to him, and he like shaved his beard off. But I actually was pleasantly surprised. But they don't call it the flavor saver for nothing. Y'all can't really actually see the full extent either because it's blending in with my shirt currently. But yeah, my beard used to be this length, but it was all the way around. But I shaved the sides off because it was just way too hot for that. I also can't stand USC, University of South or Southern California or South Carolina. I'm sorry, but I'm taking Kentucky to beat Tennessee. I mean, that's fine. Definitely a shot for a trap game, no doubt. Okay, JD says my usual typo: North Carolina versus USC. That's probably one of the bigger rivalry games that week. The one that I'm the most interested in is TCU versus Colorado, honestly. But yeah, I feel you. There's a lot of teams at the top of the SEC with questions for a lot of positions. Definitely agree with you there, JD. It could be wild, but maybe we're talking about LSU looking like the best SEC team come week 3. They would have already beaten a ranked FSU in week 1. That's what happened to them last year, man. They lost to FSU. Everybody wrote them off, and then slowly throughout the year, they lost to FSU, and then they lost to the Vols really bad at home, and then slowly chipped their way through the rest of the year. Southern California, okay, South. I call South Carolina USC, but most people refer to Southern Cal as it, so I just called it USC. Okay, okay. Um, yeah, when I say USC, I mean Southern California. I don't necessarily. I just say South Carolina or SC if I shorten it. But yeah, I feel look here. Trying to look at did that other game end? I'll at least keep rolling till these games go off. I know we're at halftime. Hawaii and Vanderbilt, 14-21. Sorry, need to pull this back up. Do you think Tennessee is going to beat Georgia? I mean, I think that we can. I think if we were ever going to, it would be this year. I don't. I'm not gonna know how I feel about it until I see how Carson Beck is going to perform. But I so just sticking with my preseason prediction, and again, I did purposely try to be a little bit overly optimistic because I just want my heart to be broken again. Um, I had us beating Georgia at home. Now, granted, I guess it kind of depends on what happens before that, but if for some reason Tennessee and Georgia are both undefeated rolling into that game, I think with crowd noise and everything that they can get past Georgia. I'm not saying they're going to blow them out or anything, but JD says, no, I said overranked FSU Clemson about to hand them their lunch. Mark my words now, please, on that one. I'll bet on Clemson, not Gamecocks. And USC was a school before California was a state. It's UNC versus South Carolina in Charlotte, week one for game day. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one that I'm interested in. I did have North Carolina going above South Carolina in my preseason prediction, but we'll see what happens. What about Bama? Now, I did actually. So when I did my preseason prediction for the Vols, I had the Vols going 11-1. Again, wishful thinking. I'm aware, but the one loss was actually to Bama because I think that's going to be them toothless Bama fans down there, bro, are going to be so ready to just annihilate us in whatever facet that they can. They want us, most likely dead. I mean, it just is what it is. But yeah, that's actually the one loss that I had for Tennessee. So I think if my scenario plays out the way that I was kind of hoping maybe it would play out, would be we would lose to Bama during the season. The Vols would lose to Bama, and that they would meet again in the SEC championship, Bama versus Vols, and then Vols would beat Bama on neutral turf. That's the scenario that I was shooting for. Did Tennessee win last year against Bama? Yes, they did. That was like the biggest freaking win in Vols recent history, pretty much. Like that was like for Vols fans, that was like winning a natty or something. Tennessee could absolutely beat Georgia at home this year. Carolina goes to Georgia this year, so maybe we end their streak like we did Clemson's. I doubt it. Just throwing. I mean, dude, South Carolina beat Georgia in 2019, so why not? I mean, South Carolina is like the season killer. The biggest problem with Tennessee versus Georgia is Tennessee versus Georgia is a late season game. So it's a pro and a con. You got more time to prepare, but so do they. You got more time for injuries and stuff to heal up, whatever. So yeah, if South Carolina can go in there sneaking dub, it'll make it easy for us. Can you please say a prayer on your live for me? I lost my dad to cancer and I'm struggling. Man, that's rough, dude. Um, my my stepmom just lost her father as well. Um, Technically, I think it was lung cancer. He smoked for a long time, um, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, the lung cancer had kind of healed, um, and then it had moved elsewhere. I believe I don't want to say his brain, but I think kind of towards his brain, moved around a little bit. But they just lost him, I think, yesterday. JD over on Facebook says thoughts and prayers. But yeah, the stepmom just lost her dad to that as well. Cancer's rough because it's taken a lot of good people early. Um, in my stepmom's dad's case, thankfully he went peacefully to sleep, and wasn't too bad there. But Yeah, I can't imagine. Me and my mom don't get along very well. Yeah, just to be honest with you, if something happened to her, I would just be like, "Hey, it is what it is, circle of life." But with my dad, um, I would be very. I don't know how I would react to that either. Um, I think the biggest thing that I would say to you, and that I would be trying to think uh, if I was in that situation, is I would try to take it a day at a time because it's not easy and it doesn't get easier. It's just eventually time goes on and time kind of heals all wounds. You have time to process and deal with it or whatever. But my biggest things, I guess, if I was in that situation, is I would just know that it's okay to be upset. However, you grieve, I think it's important to grieve. Um, when my dad lost my grandpa, it was somewhat sudden. And I guess, I felt like for some reason, he thought like he couldn't cry, I guess, or grieve or whatever. He thought for some reason that he had to be strong. And I mean, dude, it is what it is. As men, like our dads are like our heroes. So, um, that's like, a tough loss. So, um, yeah, like I'll definitely keep you in my personal prayers. Looks like JD says prayers and thoughts. Which I mean, usually if I say I'm gonna give a quick prayer for somebody, I don't, just say it. I mean, I actually will. But yeah, man, like I said, that's tough. I don't know what your religious beliefs and stuff are, but I personally believe that when it comes to God and the Bible, His will, all that stuff. I mean, I think that if you live by that, I think that you should have faith that you'll see Him again. But doesn't make it easier in the meantime, dude. So, you know, obviously, if you get to where you're tore up and and getting messed up and whatever, make sure you talk to somebody. Um, Somebody that's been through it, professional, whatever. You know, but yeah, my wife, she lost her mom. Her mom was actually pretty young, but she passed away in the armchair sofa there, and she was, lived with her parents. Come walking through the living room, thought it sounded a little too quiet. Went over to check on her mom. She was gone. I mean, matter of fact, her mom was like, in my wife's words, basically blue. So that was pretty traumatic, and she still is messed up with that to this day. Um, so honestly, my wife probably could, I guess, have better insights as far as that, but still to this day, she remembers her. I think the pros though to time is as time goes on, the bad memories kind of slip away, and then you have the good ones. But man, that's rough. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll definitely keep you in my thoughts and prayers. Um, Here in about an hour, it's going to be Sunday. Um, I go to church on Sundays, so I'll definitely, um, like I said, I'll definitely keep you in my personal thoughts and prayers. But that's rough, dude. I mean, like I said, if you get to where you're, getting too upset, like I said, talk to somebody. But I think the biggest thing is just go through the process, man. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to, just go be alone for a while, go be alone, whether it's fishing, working on cars, whatever, man. But yeah, it's rough. I hate that, dude. I hate to hear that. I really do. Looks like Ron's praying for you as well. No No says Vanderbilt is playing Hawaii right now. Yes, they are. I think they're just about to come back from halftime. Louisiana Tech is down 13-17. Third quarter just started. We'll have Southern Cal is up 49-21 on San Jose State. That's the only games I see. Yeah, Vandy and Hawaii's about to come back. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, most Saturday nights we hop in here talk college football or whatever. But you know, I've occasionally people come in here with some real stuff, dude. So I don't. I mean, I'll talk to just about anybody. Um, so I mean, the only thing I will say, dude, is like talking about real stuff on the internet. There's a lot of people that, especially on the chats, that'll come in and shit on you for no reason. I don't know what that is with people that they get so brave behind the keyboard, but that's why I said, talk to somebody talk to somebody that's been through it, talk to somebody professional or whatever. But obviously, anytime I'm on here, I'll talk about just about whatever. As long as the chats are rolling, I keep rolling. Once it dies out, then usually that's where I'll pass out. But tonight, there's still a few games going, so I mean, I'll probably be up watching them. But worst case, if everybody goes to bed, I'll just go flop down on the couch and watch them. So Landon joined. JD still rocking and rolling over here on Facebook. JD had to take an intermission. You know, sitting down. It's not for the faint of heart, dude. I mean, like I said, I've had people be on here at 10 or 11 be like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. And then they go to bed, freaking wake up at 2, 3 in the morning. I'm still rolling, but I literally just wing it, you know. So, Ethan Jones, welcome. Ethan Jones with American flags joined. Way to make an entrance, mi amigo. So what do we think? Do we think Vanderbilt was favored, guys, by like 17.5 points coming into this game? I mean, what do we think Vandy's going to run away with it, or do we think that they're going to like crap and mud floor on this one? How do you like Tennessee's chances to win the East? I'm a Vols fan, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Obviously, I am too. Here's my thing with Vols, and I'm wishful thinking because I am a Vols fan. Um, I think that they do have a good chance to win the East. And I think if they're going to win the East, this is the year. I think they need to do it this year, and that needs to be what's on their mind because, Georgia, Stetson's out. Georgia has supplied the Philadelphia Eagles with like 50% of their new defense, which was insane. But they lost a lot of pieces. Stetson Bennett, obviously, say what you want about him skill wise, but he was a phenomenal game manager. I think that is the biggest pro that he has is that he was a phenomenal game manager. So we're gonna see what they can do without Stetson Bennett. You know, Georgia won too, but Stetson also won too. So um, you're only as good as your weakest link. So if Carson Beck comes in and just craps in the middle of the floor and whatever stumbles, then I think that Tennessee could potentially catch Georgia napping. However, that game is late in the season, so Georgia's going to have plenty of time to work out the kinks. I think we could sneak in there and beat Bama again. We could beat Florida again in the swamp. Those are all early games. You can catch people napping, but by the end of the year, it's going to be they're going to have all their stuff worked out. Now, I do think with them being at home, or well, with the Vols being at home, I think that we've got a better shot. But I do have in my predictions Tennessee beating Georgia. I think it'll be really close, but I think the home noise and all that stuff might help us win. Um, but as far as like winning the East, I definitely think they can. But this is the year to do it. I feel like this is the year as well. Our front seven is nice, and our offense is going to get some points. Yeah, I mean we've got more weapons I think this year on offense, and we were replenished well. Our secondary can hold its own. Ooh, Tennessee's just going to keep playing that bend but don't break um, mentality. I don't know what that was. I'll be honest, Carson Beck looks like a goofy goofball. Yeah, he definitely has a lot of jokes, but maybe the kid can play. I don't know. JD says, I tried to share you something viral. That wreck from Ryan Priest is blowing up. I just got ESPN and Bleacher Report updates. I tried to break the news. Yeah, he's the first one to the hole on that one, I guess. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people's not watching it tonight or something, but yeah, that wreck was pretty bad, dude. I'll give you that one. Yeah, Tennessee just needs to play that bend but don't break defense like they did last year. But I think the defense, the secondary is a little bit more experienced. We got a lot of guys back. We replenished very well on the defensive line and the linebackers. So I actually think not only is Tennessee's defense probably going to be better this year, but they're set up really well for longevity because they've actually stacked some depth, you know? He is definitely creepy for sure. Speaking of creepy, I keep hearing banging and clanking. Like they hooked up a new dishwasher, so I don't know if it's like freaking. I think it's like making the pipes make sounds or something. But yeah, he's definitely weird looking for sure. Notre Dame was the epitome of bend but don't break today. No matter how many fake girlfriend jokes the internet had, you can't break them. Yeah, I mean, Manti Te'o, man, he really freaking. I don't know if y'all watched his like interview or documentary on Netflix, but man, talk about the bad rep. Parker Wellman joined. Make sure my dog's knocked out still. I don't even think I want to look at my parlays, dude. Oh, USC's running it up now, 21-56, running it up. We really need to beat Florida in the swamp this year. I agree with you there. That's what's gonna set the tone, dude. I mean, if the Vols go down there and lay an L in the swamp, a lot of Tennessee Vols fans is assuming that that's going to be a win. That is still a very tough game. I don't care what Florida's doing. I don't care if they're 3-7 or whatever. I mean, Florida in the swamp, you still got to respect it. But that's going to set the tone, dude. I mean, we beat Florida last year. And it was like, okay, okay. Well, you beat Florida, but that's not like a huge accomplishment. Everybody was like, by that point, it's like, well, you beat Pitt, but I mean, it's Pitt. You're going to lose when you play SEC schools. Then we went and played, Florida at home. It's like, okay, you beat Florida, but it's just Florida. It's not a huge deal. You're going to go down to Death Valley and lose, and then obviously we didn't. But that Florida game is what really set the tone. Pitt was like, okay, that one could have went either way, but when we won uh, that game, that's what really freaking set the tone. So I think, like you said, same thing this year. I can finally maximize these two. I think the other ones like went away. Finally getting to use this extra monitor. Wait, no, they switched over. That one's not done yet. I can be your hero, baby. Yeah, that Law Tech game is still going on, but for some reason they switched me over to soccer. Who wants to watch soccer? That shit's terrible. YouTube. La Tech. Yeah, we'll keep rolling, at least for now, guys. JD says, "My guy, that yeah, for some reason your messages blend in from time to time, which I don't know why, but I'm like froze. I think nope, there I am. My guy that I told you about on the radio made a mistake in being the most interactive radio show ever. I think you got a good claim to that, reading everybody's stuff, and everything's everything's you're the truth." And I'm about to make like a baby and head out. Go Vols, except for against Carolina. All love, Big Drew. Thanks for the love. You're very welcome, me, amigo. I don't know if you hopped off yet or not. I think you're still here based on the numbers. But yeah, dude, I mean, that one day that you messaged me on the old Facebook, uh, that first time you hit me up, I was like, okay, I'm gonna joke around with this guy and see if he's a dick or not. I don't ever know. And then I was like, okay, he's cool, he's cool. But yeah, no, if people trickle in either from Facebook or TikTok or whatever, it all starts with a comment usually, or they'll say something. I mean, but how I react is 100% dependent on how they approach me. Like I literally, I don't block people often, but I blocked somebody today because on my podcast page, I was advertising the weekly pickums, and I said, "Hey, dude, hey, we're gonna give away $25, first week." Um, and I'm like, literally on. I just did an interview a couple weeks back with Jonathan Wade, and we gave away another $25 gift card to Amazon. I'm giving one away for that. Casper was offering to give away free grill if we hit 100. uh, I was offering to do $100 gift card to the end of the season winner, and I'm like, okay, if I'm giving $25 gift cards away every week or whatever it may be, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm just giving shit away because like I'm just giving it away to make stuff fun. But I had this dude comment on my page and he was like, "Oh wow, is that it? Like, I can buy rolling papers for my weed." And I was like, does that make you feel cool? Like, I don't, I mean, what are you getting at? Like, basically shitting on me for only giving away $25. I'm like, I mean, dude, I'm pulling this shit out of my wallet. It's free to enter. And he's like, oh, is that it? And I was like, does that make you feel cool or whatever? And he's like, actually, yeah, it does because that weed keeps me from strangling people. And I said, well, maybe you just need to strangle them instead of being a baby back bitch and being passive aggressive on here for no reason or whatever. And then he said he clapped back something. I was blocked him, but how people approach me is how I respond. Um, of course, I had to hear my sign off. I'm definitely a dick. You are too, but I'm real, and you are too. You can't be truthful. Uh, you can't be who you are, and I'm not for fake. Yeah, I mean, like you said, dude, I mean, I just like to joke around, have fun, talk a little trash, but like keep it. But people want to get on here and like call me a fat ass or whatever, call me names and stuff. Like I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm fat. Is that all you got? Like, I mean, shit, big Drewski. But yeah, I don't know. Some people just have no joy in life. But yeah, no, I appreciate you for being on here, man. Like I said, every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you know where to find me. Um, like I said, I don't know how much longer I'll go rolling, anyways. But we're in the third quarter on all three games. Like I said, as long as the comments are popping, I'll keep rolling. But yeah, you have you a good one, man. Louisiana Tech to come back, dude. Need Louisiana Tech to come back. I've got the same game on twice. Fatigue is setting in. Hawaii. Wait, maybe that is the only two games that still go. Well, besides, I guess so. What's the other one? Oh yeah, okay, USC. I don't have one. Um, Vandy is winning 28-14. Louisiana Tech is down 13-17. USC is in the fourth quarter. They're up 56-28. So they did. JD said, "I lied. I'm not heading out yet." Um, yeah, USC's taking off and running with it. Yeah, JD. I mean, you kind of been sort of the odd man out all night because for some reason, man, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. It's funny because when I go live on there, like I said, literally, like right here, you can't see it, but there's a number off screen, and it tells me how many people's in here at any point in time. It doesn't tell me where they're at until they comment. Like every time your comment pops up, I mean, you can see the icon over here. It's got the Facebook logo, so it's like I know you're on Facebook. Um, but like literally, it's like at any point they might be anywhere from 5 to 30, 40, whatever people on here, but nobody ever said. I don't understand why nobody ever says anything. And then I'll start being like, "Hey guys, what's up? Why don't you say hey?" And then like they'll just start dipping off. I don't know. It's weird. Very, very weird. But yeah, you kind of been the odd man out because you're the only one over here commenting, and TikTok is normally like that's where most of my comments come from. That's why I wish I could get a stream key to put TikTok in with everybody else, but they're doing that live studio thing or whatever, which bogs down like my entire. I got a gaming laptop, but it bogs down the entire laptop when I try to use it. But I said who as soon as you said the USC score. I'm old. I don't do TikTok, but we'll find you on YouTube if need be. Yeah, no, I mean you're good. I mean, like I said, you ain't got to do TikTok or nothing. That's where a lot of my comments come from. So that's why you know I'm trying. I'll try to read yours, but then like TikTok, if there's you know, it's like if I don't respond to those, I'll miss 12 of them. So it's like I'm trying to hit 90% of them and then come back. But yeah, it's weird. My radio guy set a record for YouTube streamers the other day because he would undo a button for every 10 streamers he had, and he got to 45. Undo a button like on a shirt or either way, that's impressive. It is definitely impressive. So did he undo them and then eventually do them back, or that's interesting. I don't know that I could stream for 10 hours, just to be honest with you. That'd be rough. Yeah, sometimes I'll get on here and play Madden or something, but like if there's college football on, I'm watching that pretty much. Mm. DeRicky Wright. Yeah, JD. I mean, I've got a handful of South Carolina fans that hop on and off here or whatever. Got a few Georgia fans, which Durmax King, uh, he he wasn't on here tonight, but I got Duramax King, J Dog. I mean, I usually remember people's usernames and stuff, but I collect a unique following or whatever of people that are root for different teams and stuff because they just like I said, I just like college football or whatever, which I try to be as honest as I can. Um, but I think it's funner just get on here and talk college football in general. I'm gonna go ahead and end that TikTok live. I hate to shut one off because like that first one, I was we were doing pretty good on there with the likes and all that stuff, but I had to put in a couple bits. Sorry, I was looking at the numbers there real quick. I just can't stop loving you. Okay. Well, I grew up listening to a Carolina homer, so it's always good hearing what other people think. Get poisoned listening to the same crap. Sorry, that's a big play, or almost. Um, get poisoned listening to the same crap. You got to hear different perspectives, just like the few I tried to give you on my thoughts with Spurrier being responsible for the Clemson dynasty. I mean, that definitely makes sense. I mean, obviously, that's what makes Tennessee unique is because Tennessee is one of those states, you know, much like Nebraska or probably like even Wisconsin, I think. But Tennessee's one of those states where, as far as colleges, like there's just not any competition. You got one school, Tennessee. Um, Florida, I mean, you got Miami, Florida, Florida State, UCF, all these different schools. Even Michigan, you got Michigan, Michigan State. California, you've got like 30 schools or whatever. So um, it's just one of those states where there's just not really any other team. So like pretty much everybody kind of roots for them. Um, you know, and like that's cool. The fan base is very passionate or whatever. But South Carolina, you got Clemson, who's you know an ACC school, then you got South Carolina. So I could definitely see that the competition between the two making both better. What's funny is that South Carolina had Jalen Hyatt, and they just let him walk right out the door. South Carolina doesn't even have a professional team. Yeah, maybe that's why they call them the Carolina Panthers because it's both. So college football is king. I still think it's funny that you know, Jalen Hyatt, man, but we didn't let. You almost did. You're talking about Mazio Bennett. He uh he committed to the balls and then uncommitted or whatever. But I'm interested to see how that. Yeah, which I was wondering about that because like obviously nothing against South Carolina, but like as if you're a quarterback or a wide receiver, you kind of think maybe Tennessee would be the catch, but wonder what happened there. I don't know. Um, he was one of those early big time recruits that we got. Obviously, we've recovered well, but it was interesting. Uh, very, very interesting. 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 13 seconds. That's not bad. Getting tagged. All kinds of stuff here. Sorry. Looks like you shared a couple of my videos. I haven't clicked on them, but I'm just reading through some of my notifications. Okay. My cousin is the athletic director at his high school. It was me. I flipped him. That's funny. Nikki Templeton. She's my friend on Facebook. You can look her up. Although I had nothing to do with his recruiting. LOL. Oh wow, that's a big hit. Um, I don't know. I mean, he seemed like a good kid. When he flipped his recruitment, I tried to just be like the voice of reason and basically say, well, hey, wish him the best of luck, whatever. Because I mean, obviously the fans are going to be like, but I mean, he seemed like a good kid and everything. So I do wish him the best of luck. But by God, when we're playing South Carolina, you know, I'm gonna be like, get his ass, But it is what it is. 38-48. The San Jose State game is really coming down to the wire. I think, JD, I'm going to maybe make me a little snacky snack, and then I might flop down on the couch and watch the rest of these games, take some notes. Did you not see the NIL collective for South Carolina ripped the kid on Twitter for flipping to Auburn, Solomon, or whatever? NIL collective. I think I missed that one. You talking about like the Vols have what's called the Volunteer Club? That's their NIL collective. You're saying the NIL collective for South Carolina ripped him a new one? Andy's really playing it close. But yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna kind of go ahead and bounce, roll out here. I ended the TikTok stream. Um, Now this one, people can go back and watch. Some people actually will. I don't know why they don't watch the whole thing, but they'll go back and rewatch the live. I don't know. I don't know if that's copycats, people trying to like copy me or what, but or just weirdos that like content. I don't know, but yeah. As soon as he flipped, the Auburn Carolina collective flipped on him, saying he went for money. Yep, like I said, I don't know, I'm gonna make me something to eat, and then I'm gonna try to finish watching these games. I might put in some last minute bets, but I have thoroughly enjoyed you being on here. Like I said, every Saturday night, man, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is what we're gonna do. If you hadn't already, dude, get in on the weekly pickums, man. It's gonna be fun. A lot of trash talk. There's a weekly pickums group that you join on ESPN, and then there's the Facebook group that you can. I'll be in again and sharing and liking. Greatly appreciate that, man. But yep, you take it easy, man, and I will catch you on the next one. To those of you that may be watching this later, I am Big Drewski, and this is unofficially the Little Tangerine Show.